Good morning, everybody. Yes. You want to turn off the music, Fred? Thanks. Gives me a headache. Here we are again. Let's see, do I have my headphones on right so my hair isn't sticking up? I was watching the TV show the other night. Headphones were messing up my hairdo. I do want to look beautiful for the show. I don't know. How's that look? Fred, how do I look?
Well, compared to me, stunning.
Yeah?
You look good.
I look good?
Yeah, looks good.
Compared to me, he's stunning. Yeah, Fred hasn't looked... Fred's not actually looking his best lately. He's looked better. How's your chin today? Let me see underneath.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's great about it is, like, Band-Aids are starting to fall off now.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm trying to take other Band-Aids and put the other ones back on with new Band-Aids, and those are falling off.
So what are you supposed to do? Did you call the doctor?
Yeah. He says, don't touch a thing. And I'm seeing him tomorrow.
So even if the Band-Aids fall off, just leave it?
Well, if one of the Band-Aids, if it's a crucial bandage, then I would probably put one of those little new Band-Aids on there. But if it's like something that's uncrucial, leave it alone.
How do you know a crucial Band-Aid from a non-crucial Band-Aid?
Well, the non-crucial ones are the ones that are holding the little threads on the end, kind of like a drawstring on a purse or something.
Yeah, did you notice
Over
that?
here and here, which I thought the whole thing went the whole length of my chin, but it doesn't. I guess it's like this is the critical area in here.
I see.
But he has these two strings on either side that are held with a piece of tape.
It goes like that, I guess.
And there's a Band-Aid right now that's like off.
Ah, it's hanging down.
So it's like, you know what it is, that you smile a little bit and it pops.
Yeah, it's like you see like the inside of the Band-Aid falling off.
It's like you have to look like a pilgrim the whole time with a very dour face.
It's hard to believe, but you look scarier than ever.
How does he wash his face?
I don't know.
Very carefully.
I'm just trying to figure out Fred's explanation of the Band-Aids. I had no idea what he said during that whole thing.
Well, I've been watching him because yesterday I noticed that he had like those flesh-colored bandages and white bandages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got two different kind of bandages.
I'm cultivating a look.
Yeah. Sort of like Michael Jackson wearing plaster on his nose.
There you go. He puts Band-Aids on his fingers. I put Band-Aids on my chin.
Yeah.
It might
nice.
work.
It's especially for people who can't grow a good beard. It
might work.
It's good.
A new trend.
Right.
It was funny because I was watching the E! Show last night.
Yeah.
And it is so obvious from Fred's facial expressions that he's hearing about the bachelor party for the first time.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
It's frightening.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's like being in a coma.
I was just walking in here, and our general manager, Tom Giazzana.
Giazzana?
Whatever. I don't know. He makes a point of like coming up to my office and smiling and saying good morning, and he stands there like a puppy waiting for me to say stuff back to him. I'm tired in the morning. I want to have a conversation with him. So I go, hi, Tom. And then he walks away hurt.
You think?
I don't know, man. But does he ever do that? Like he stands at your door?
He comes to my door every morning.
And does what?
Says, good morning, Robin.
And he stands there.
I say, good morning, Tom, and look right back down. I don't know whether he's still...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he insists on doing it. He doesn't get that we don't want to be bothered. You don't want to be bothered by him, right?
No, I can't have a conversation at that time of the morning. I'm busy.
I mean, now I go back there for Ralph to put my makeup on because of the TV show, so I happen to see you. Usually I don't even see you in the morning. Now I see you, I just go, hi, Robin.
Yeah.
And I keep moving. Tom's like a dog. You want to pet him.
That's what he's like.
Our general manager just stands... You got to understand something. We've been up since 4 in the morning now. Tom, just leave everyone alone. Act like you're not here. Don't even remind people that your presence is here. It disturbs... You see how it's on my mind now?
I walk by Robin's office, say good morning as I'm walking past.
Oh, Tom.
No, you stop in.
Conversation, and I walk down...
I can tell you what Tom is wearing simply because...
You know I was here.
Who cares if you're here? Tom, do you think I worry if you're here or not?
I didn't
Listen to this. Tom walked down to my office.
So you know he's here?
I specifically would know he was here.
So wasn't supposed to be here.
Who cares? Tom, who would even know that?
No problem.
Who even has the knowledge of it?
Me for attending.
It's great that you're here. Everyone's excited.
Me for attending communication.
He wasn't supposed to be here?
And I didn't.
Who knew that? I don't know that he wasn't supposed to.
Stand there.
Oh,
I
wow.
walked down, said hello.
Oh, it's so great, Tom. I count the months till we are apart.
I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, I can't tell you how it's going to be.
Tom stands there so long I can tell you every color on his tie.
Yeah, I know.
He keeps walking.
Yeah, he keeps walking.
Right.
No, he comes in, and like, it's really early in the morning, and you're tired.
Next time, do me a favor. Next time I come down, make sure you pat my head.
And your presence irks me anyway. I don't want you here in the morning anyway.
You don't rub me under the neck next time. You're really upset.
In my life, you are as unnecessary as a flat spare tire. That's how unnecessary you are. And I don't care that you're here.
And I love you, too.
I came down to tell you.
I'm here.
I'm here. Wow. Hey, Jackie and Fred, could you guys do that too? All right, thanks, Tom.
Very nice to see you.
Good to see that you're here.
Yeah, good.
You look great.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. He stands there like, hey, I'm here.
If you wanted to get into a conversation, he'd certainly engage you, I'll tell you.
It's like, hi, Tom. I don't know. Everything
I'm glad
weird.
to know it had a purpose. He just wanted you to know he was here.
Yeah.
So you'd feel okay.
I specifically came down to tell you that I was here.
Because it's not even on his beaten path. There's no reason to go past where you are.
Yeah, I missed him.
Tom is making that trip.
We even knew he was gone.
Yeah, I didn't know he wasn't supposed to be here.
The station can't function without him.
Where was he supposed to be? They must be missing him now.
Can he go where he's supposed to be? Hey, where was Tom supposed to be? Does anyone know? Fred, do you know?
No, I don't.
Nobody knew Tom wasn't supposed to be here.
Right.
He has this imagination that somebody misses him.
Yeah, that somebody knows that he's not here.
I'm back.
I'm back, yeah. Really? Where'd you go? We hardly knew you were gone. Oh, my Lord. Do you know where Tom was?
Yeah.
Where was he, Baba Booey?
He was upstate at some sort of radio convention. It was a bunch of, I guess it was programmers, and I know that...
it must have been important.
I know that important people from the FCC were there, that sort of thing.
FCC people. Tom's going to straighten out stuff with the FCC.
It was like a...
I guarantee you I'll be in more hot water as a result of Tom's stupidity after he meets with the FCC.
I know there were going to be a lot of important people there and programmers from all over the country.
Tom should be kept away from meetings like that.
Yeah, if we hear there's important people, Tom should be kept away. Tom really is not a bright guy. He's my boss and everything else, but I have to call a spade a spade. He is not a bright guy.
He's a good-looking guy.
Robin.
A lot of people, and there's studies that say good-looking people are given more credit.
Good-looking tall white man like that can go anywhere.
Are you calling him like a himbo?
What's a himbo?
It's like a male bimbo.
Oh, a himbo. I like that. A himbo. All I'm saying is that if there was an important radio meeting, Tom is not the best representative of this company.
He went to listen, maybe.
Maybe he went to learn. Did he make a speech?
I don't know. He just...
Remember when Tom had to make a speech at the Infinity meetings?
Yeah, that was a big deal.
And then we said, okay, well, what are you going to talk about? And he couldn't tell us.
Yeah.
He was embarrassed.
Well, did he ever come back and tell us what the topic of his speech was?
No, I wanted people to tape it. And no one taped it for me.
They were all afraid of Tom.
Whose nose is whistling? Yours, Gary?
No, I don't believe so.
Could be Fred.
No, it isn't mine.
I'm away from it.
Jackie, is that you over there?
No.
Right.
I don't think.
Who's that?
That's
you.
Gary.
Gary, your nostril. I mean, God, you got so much snot up your nose.
Craters.
God, he breathes in and he whistles.
It's like a cave. It's got stalactites and stalagmites.
I tell you, there's like, what is in your nose? Like, what do you experience when you breathe in? Do you feel chunks?
Nope, I don't feel anything. I feel air.
Do you feel air? I was gonna say.
Breathe through your nose.
No, wait a second.
What the hell was that?
That was Fred.
God, listen to that. The human saxophone.
Play a tune.
I was saying to Scott yesterday, Scott was saying they didn't touch the equipment. And I said, you know what I've learned about Howard over the years? His sense of hearing and smell are...
No. We had determined they didn't touch the equipment. It was the headphones. Somebody switched my headphones.
Right, but I'm saying that your sense of hearing and smell...
Yeah.
have really been heightened over the years. I don't understand. You really, like, sometimes you'll come in and say something sounds or smells funny.
Yeah, and I'm right.
And you're always right.
Right, because I'm like a dog.
You really are. You're always right about that.
That's right.
You belong up in the Yukon.
I'm the Helen Keller of broadcasting.
But how do you hear that whistle? I mean, it's not that loud.
No, I could hear it, too.
Because I'm in the middle of...
Howard told you to hear it.
I'm in the middle of a broadcast.
Yeah.
And I don't see how you could miss that whistle. I'm in the middle of a broadcast, and I'm, you're very focused on what's going out over the air. You should be anyway if you're any good at this. And all of a sudden, I'm hearing whistling.
What?
Sounds like the wind coming through the...
Yeah, I mean, I thought someone was flirting with me. I thought Robin was... I thought Robin was finally making a move.
Hey, by the way...
After all these years.
Speaking of flirting...
Yeah.
I don't want to give away too much information, but a publicist that I deal with...
Yeah.
Sent sort of like I don't know, I guess a love note to Rich.
Gay Rich?
Yeah.
Oh,
you mean
man.
a male
Yeah.
publicist?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I want to see that.
I want to read the note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It isn't Belzer's publicist, is it?
No.
Because he just got married.
He's a married man.
Yeah, what's his name again?
Glenn Schwartz.
Glenn Schwartz. It wasn't him, was it?
He's a father. He shouldn't be doing it.
I know I'm married and I'm a father, but I saw you on the E! show and I had to have you.
Since when does being a father stop you from being gay?
I don't know.
It hardly slows you down.
I just like to think it stops Glenn.
Like after you see your wife have a baby, sometimes you want to become gay.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna be in there, Gary?
Oh, right to the front.
Yeah.
He'll
front row.
probably hit the deck.
Wait till those teeth come out. Anyway, what was it talking about?
My whistling.
No, not that. Tom Chasano or something?
Yes. We want to know what Tom's speech was about.
Yeah, well, hey, Tom, what was this meeting you went to? Tom was like, I have to go away for 3 days. Very, very important.
He actually told you?
Yeah. But he thinks I care.
He's back early because there was like a typhoon or something that knocked out all the electricity.
Where was the meeting?
In Saratoga.
Oh, so it was a vacation.
No.
Oh, it was an important meeting. Did you learn anything?
Absolutely.
No, who was the meeting with?
It was New York State Broadcasters Association, and it was all the stations, and they had speakers. They had people from the FCC were there to speak.
Were you one of the speakers?
No, I wasn't a speaker.
So you were there to learn?
Yes.
I mean, why would you go to that if you weren't... why would you go to sit and listen for 3 days unless you were there to learn something?
I went to...
And what did you learn?
Learn things about EEO.
What is EEO? The Equal Employment Opportunity?
Yeah.
What did you learn? To get a few blacks, even if they're not competent, just get them in here.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? That's what EEO is. What do you mean, what EEO?
Yeah.
What did you learn? I learned to get black people in here.
I don't know.
Tom can't even spell EEO, let alone understand it.
Right.
No, seriously.
He learned what it stands for.
I'm just kidding.
EEO.
What's that? So you learned about EEO.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff. What didn't you know about it? You have to hire black people.
Well, I heard one of the...
There are other minorities, you know.
Not
We don't
really.
have any... Do we have any Chinese people here?
Robin, you never go to the accounting office, do you?
Oh, we got tons
There's
of
a
Chinese.
Chinese person in
Asians. Tons of Asians.
Tons of Chinese.
I don't know what the makeup is. They're Asians.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got all the Asian countries represented back
Is that
there.
right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even
Take
know.
EEO seriously here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They sure do.
Absolutely.
If one of the Asians drops out, get another Asian.
Gets in.
The whole accounting office smells like rice. Go ahead.
Fred, fix that.
Which one?
Oh.
Fix what?
This Band-Aid keeps
I know.
flapping
Fred's
over.
got a Band-Aid flapping off his...
Like a barn door in the wind.
I loved calling back hearing that story.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, you missed a couple of exciting days.
Yeah, you should have been at that Bachelor party.
Yeah.
You'll be at the next one, Tom.
So, Tom, so you sat there for 3 days and learned that stations need to hire black people.
Or maybe they were telling them how to get around it. Is there a loophole?
Is there a way not to hire black people? You see, that would be a now that would be a good meeting. How you get around hiring black people?
Here are the rules on how you get around
Yeah, right. No, I mean, EEO means even if you don't want to hire a black person, you have to hire him, right?
No, that does not.
No,
that's what
that's not what it
affirmative
means at all.
action is, according to some people.
I see.
You need this meeting.
EEO.
Yeah, I think so. Is blackface allowed? No. I mean, if a guy works blackface every day?
That definitely doesn't count.
Hello there, I like the job, lead.
Howard, I think the difference between EEO and affirmative action is you have to hire a certain amount of black people, and EEO is you have to interview a certain amount of minorities
so there's
before you
the
give the
loophole.
job away.
So, Tom, what do you have to do now? Interview a lot of black people and then hire the white people you want to hire?
You just have to keep track of the black people you interview?
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
And what do you do with, like, who do you submit all their resumes to?
You have to do both.
What do you have to do?
You have to interview and hire.
Interview and hire black people.
Right.
Huh. That's what you learned.
You want to do
But
that.
you knew that already.
Right, and you want to do that.
So why'd you go to...
You want to do it, but he doesn't.
Because you're responsible. Because
You're
you're
responsible to the black people?
We're responsible broadcasters.
I see.
Right?
Hello there. Hello, Mr. Giordano. I would like the job on the air. Now, where am my check? And what you mean work first? Give me my check first. You mean I got to work for this here check? What happened to the EEO? What happened to the ABC? What happened to everything? Now, hold on. I ain't going to work first and then get paid. How'd I know you're going to pay me? Pay first, then I work. Okay, as long as you're black, you're okay. Well, thank you. Now, leave me alone. I don't trust you. You pay first. You pay me, then I work.
Aren't I a lucky person? I didn't know that was my deal.
Yeah. Now, what do I have to do?
Tom, pay me.
Tom, what do I got to do here to get the job?
We do pay you every 2 weeks.
Well, pay her first.
Working first.
After you work.
How does she know you're going to have the money? Number one, you pays me. Number two, then you interview me. And then number three, maybe I works later. Either that or I'll just trip over a manhole cover and stay out a couple of months. All right. Could you turn off that music? I'm interviewing Tom. All right, so you learned about EEO.
Right.
Anything else?
That was the big thing.
That was what you went for 4 days for?
It was no, it was there for 2 weeks. It was there for 2 days.
Oh, 2 days.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
And the governor spoke.
Oh, Cuomo?
Yeah, and Pataki spoke.
Oh, really?
Why wasn't candidate Stern there?
He was invited.
I was invited.
Right.
Were you?
Yeah, but I had a job to go to, unlike Tom, who can leave for 2 days and nobody misses him. And plus, what am I, I want to debate. I don't want to just talk. I'm ready to debate.
Yeah, it wasn't debated. They each made speeches on separate days.
Hey, I got to take a commercial break because I've got tons to talk to you about my standing in the polls. Just shot up to 18%.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder who Tom was most impressed by.
Oh, yeah, who were you most impressed by at your 2-day confab?
I'm most impressed by candidate Stern.
There you go, but I wasn't there, Tom.
See?
So what other speakers were there? Were there disc jockeys speaking and various... Oh, you don't go to that.
No,
you go to the general managers.
Then there were different panels.
Like what? Like what was some of the panels?
Yesterday of three of the, in quotes, entrepreneurs in radio and then a guy who finances. And there was a panel on...
Why, are you thinking of leaving here and perhaps maybe starting out on your own?
Didn't go to that one.
Tom Chisano Broadcasting Company?
No, I was at that one. Then there was another one on how to make money with your antenna and all sorts of little...
Fred, you ought to go to that one. How to make money with your antenna.
I didn't know there was a seminar for Fred.
Fred's from Mars.
There was one on how to walk downstairs without falling.
There you go.
I would definitely see that.
So how to make money with your antenna?
Yeah.
So how can we make money with our antenna?
Alternative uses, how you can lease it out and lease space on the antenna.
Oh, really?
Kind of stuff, yeah.
Can we do that and still be on?
No, who needs to be on as long as we can make some alternative money? I know a guy who owned an antenna. He dries clothes on.
Yes,
You start a laundry.
hanger.
Yeah, it's a hanger, and a giant hanger, and you can do tons of laundry. And Tom's looking into that.
Right.
You can get like 10 cents per piece.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
The big one was on how to run commercials when scheduled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to go, so I wouldn't know about that.
If you weren't so
I
busy,
spent a lot of time at that one.
Yeah, it's
you'd be
funny.
able to go to that seminar.
Yeah, I wouldn't have missed my last 2 commercial breaks. But how to make money with your antenna? Now that intrigues me. You know what I would do? I would tell Polacks it's the Eiffel Tower and charge them like $5 a tour.
Take them up.
Yeah. And now, monsieur, this is the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, the restaurant is closed.
Yeah. Very good, Tom. So you learned a lot, and you look that much smarter for...
Thank you very much.
Did you take notes from a notebook, or no?
No, I took notes, though.
Oh, did you?
Sure.
What do you mean, mental notes?
No, I didn't say mental notes.
You take a piece of paper out?
Yeah.
And you write notes down?
Sure.
Oh,
And then what do you do with those notes?
Nothing.
Throw them away.
And what was your speech about?
I didn't make a speech.
No, the last time Infinity had
Their big conference.
the big confab, you were supposed to give a speech.
Years ago.
Well, what was your speech about?
Oh, how to manage talent.
Oh!
Oh, gee, I'm sorry I missed that one.
You should have been there.
I'm the manager for Howard Stern. I tell him what to do. If he asks for a raise, I tell him no. That's it. What else can I
How
do?
to manage talent.
If he asks me something, I say, can I get back to you?
Right, and then I ask someone about it, and I get back to him. All right. Well, very good. All right, thank you, Tom.
I'd love to see or hear that speech, though.
Yeah. Well, Tom, our general manager is that much better a general manager, off to Saratoga for 2 days on a learning conference, and
Boy, we missed you.
Boy, we really missed you. The company really fell apart without you. And now Tom knows alternative uses for his antenna, and he knows how to hire the black people. All right, very good, Tom. We'll expect to see some new black people around here any day. Actually, I think it's more like how do you get around hiring black people. I think you hit it on the head.
Good.
Collect a bunch of resumes, then hire a white guy. So it looks like
you can't find any qualified people.
Exactly. Watch, we'll hire a black guy. He'll steal our antenna. Now he'll have no antenna.
No alternative use.
That's right. All right, look, Robin, it's very exciting to see that we're looking for black people and Koreans and Asians and everything else, and also that the antenna will be used for other reasons other than the stupid show. Yeah, I mean, how can you justify an expensive antenna like that just for this dumb show? So while this dumb show is on the air, they'll hang the laundry off it. All right, very good. We'll take a break. We'll be back. We have commercials to run. That's how we make a living around here. Then we'll come back and we have exciting news from the governor campaign. There's letters to read. I got a very sexy letter in the mail I want to share with you, Robin.
And we're taking a phony phone call from London at 7 o'clock. A guy who called Prince Charles.
Really?
Yes, and will Stuttering John be out in the street today?
Anytime you want.
All right, very good. More on that later, Robin. You're just going to have to remain curious for a couple of minutes. You'll be as curious as Tom at a meeting right after these words. All right. By the way, we are getting all of your mail with the different Gary pictures, Baba Booey pictures, and I'll be showing those later. Also, maybe Fred will do some of that Gary puppet for us.
I wondered if Fred was capable of doing that with his chin all butched up.
Are you still able to work the Gary puppet?
I'll do my best. It may sound a little stranger, but I'll do my best.
It's funny that you have strings in your head now, and so does the Gary puppet.
Who's working Fred's strings?
I don't know. That's a good question. You want to see a couple of quick Gary drawings?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie pulled these out of the bag. We have a bag of thousands of Gary drawings now.
Just some of the best?
Yeah, well, everyone wants to see their drawing on TV. And a lot of people write us. I'll do this real quick because this is some people can hardly draw, but yet they put their best energies forward. Wow. And they use stick figures with just a giant mouth and teeth.
Wonderful.
And then some people can't draw a giant mouth and teeth, so this guy drew a picture of Gary and then just taped a washer-dryer in for a mouth. See?
Those are his two front teeth.
Yeah, and then there's a picture of Gary dragging his arms on the floor, and look at the tail holding the pencil. See? And this is my favorite, too. See? That's good. That's a very elaborate Gary Baba Booey drawing. Hey, Gary Puppet, how
That picture has a lot going on in it.
You want to see a great one? This one is really wild. I was going to show this tomorrow, but there it is. They're wild, and he's got a big banana. He's eating a banana. And
yeah, you find a lot of people adding a banana to the Gary pictures.
Hey, Gary Puppet, how are you this morning?
I'm doing fine, boss. He's not doing too good, but I'm doing terrific.
Oh, yeah, Fred, I know, hurt himself at his bachelor party.
Yeah.
But you look good.
Thank you, Wolf.
What do you think all these pictures people are drawing? What do you think of this one? Do you like this one?
It's very lifelike, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
I like the tongue.
There's a lot of talented people out in our audience. There really are.
It's amazing to me how many people do have that artistic bent.
Yeah, here's a guy named Peter Riley who really drew something quite elaborate there. I mean, that's really good.
Looks like a lot of time and effort went into it.
Yeah. So, Gary Puppet, what have you been up to lately? Have you been producing your radio show?
I produced my radio show. I've been looking for a new house to buy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're house hunting.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm looking for a house with a very big bathtub.
Why is that?
So I can wash my car.
Oh.
Oh, Gary Puppet, you can't be that stupid.
Want to bet?
No, but really, you're looking for a house. I know you're thinking of moving to the Connecticut area. Is that right?
That's right, Wolf.
Well, you need a
Blood and me together.
Yes.
Imagine the possibilities.
Don't you feel that maybe you're a little bit out of your element? That maybe you should move to Uniondale, Long Island, or something?
More working class.
Yeah, more working class neighborhood.
Absolutely not, Wolf.
You feel totally comfortable moving to a ritzy area like Greenwich?
Absolutely. I'm going to invite all those people over for a barbecue, although I'm a little frustrated because the spaghetti keeps falling through the little grill.
I see. But if you move, Gary Puppet, if you move to Connecticut and you have all those fancy friends, you might be ridiculed. People might make fun of you in that area. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not exactly blue blood. Think of it that way.
Make fun of me?
Yeah.
Just look at me. Who'd make fun of me?
Well, here's another picture we got of Gary Puppet. I mean, of Gary.
Yes.
Thank you, Wolf. The similarities between those pictures and me are quite different.
Here he is. He's a giant mouse almost with two big teeth. And Here's Gary as a horse. Gary Horse.
Now that's insulting.
Gary Puppet not even liking that. This one. And this is the best. This is the one I like. This is my favorite. I'm going to show this, and then we're stopping this segment. But look, here is Gary. There he is. See that?
My.
I just want to know
baby.
that everybody starts as a fetus once.
A fetus?
No, a fetus, not a feces.
Oops, don't confuse me with the facts.
Okay. All right, Gary Puppet, nice to speak to you.
Thank you, Wolf. Got to go in my bag for a while.
All right, see you back in your bag. Thanks for coming in. The Gary Puppet is so popular on the TV show that we're thinking of making additional puppets.
Ah.
All right, so everyone could have a puppet. Like you'd work the Jackie puppet, Robin. I would work the Fred puppet. Yeah, everyone would have a puppet of each other and be able to bash each other over the head. Now here's a picture of Gary's wife, which is crazy. This makes no sense.
Oh, she doesn't look like that at all.
No, not at all. She's very beautiful. But...
Wait a minute, let me look at that picture again.
Uh-oh, it's Gary Puppet. Here, Gary Puppet, take a look at this.
Oh, so that's what her chest looks like. I didn't know.
Hey, what is it, Gary? What's the matter?
I just wanted to see the picture of my wife.
You want to see the picture of your wife?
He hasn't seen her chest either.
I'm very protective of her.
All right, very good. Well, this is what the listeners imagine your wife to look like.
She's quite attractive.
No, she's my wife, not my sister.
Yeah, right. That might be your sister.
You didn't marry a look-alike.
Well, you know how they say married couples start to look alike after a while.
Yes. All right, Gary Puppet.
Gary's wife looking strangely like that picture of a married couple I showed you the other day.
Yes.
Where the woman had a huge mustache.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
I don't even know what paper that was from, but it was some marriage announcement, and the wife had as big a mustache as the husband.
Yeah, so Gary, you have anything to say to the Gary Puppet?
No, I think you're doing a wonderful job.
You like when I interview the Gary Puppet?
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah,
I love you, too.
It's sort of better than when you interview me.
Here's Frankenbooey. And this is one last picture I'm showing.
You always say that.
This is Gary as Frankenstein. And there it is, okay? Tune into the E-Network.
As usual...
And you'll see that, yeah.
When you show those pictures, I only hear one thing.
What?
Jackie's laugh.
Well, of course.
Oh, you just...
He loves
You got to see what he just pulled out.
Yeah, okay, all right. All right, this is the last picture we show. Stop pulling us. Save some for tomorrow. Here's a... Look at that. There it is.
That's like Gary Unchained.
There's so many people drawing you now. It's rather frightening. That
How does it feel to be so interpreted? Such a sought-after subject for art.
I feel like Jackie O.
Oh my God! Look at all the. This is.
Oh my goodness!
Let me show the pile of the pile of drawings.
We haven't even skimmed the surface.
Volumes and volumes.
Right, Gary Puppet. This is the whole stack of Gary pictures that Jackie will be going through.
Amazing.
Stop it! No, we'll save this for tomorrow.
It's like potato chips.
Stop! We'll do this tomorrow.
Gary at work.
All right. Oh, this is the best. All right, I'll show this one. This is a picture of Gary at work.
Oh, I can't make that one out. I can't
see that.
one.
All right.
I'll decide if that's accurate.
And here's Gary thinking about his job.
Nothing in that bubble.
Nothing in the bubble above his head. There's so many different Gary drawings that it's really frightening. All right, thank you, Baba Booey. Thank you, Baba Booey Puppet.
Thank you very much, Wolf.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, maybe we ought to take a break, let Jackie catch his breath.
Yeah, I think Jackie might be in pain over there.
Your art.
That is the worst part, when that laugh happens after each picture.
That's like acid in the moon.
They're very funny pictures. A lot of very funny people writing us.
Everybody gets artistic and comedic when it comes to Gary.
I saw the worst piece of news. You know, I'm a big Batman fan. I like Batman. I was disappointed in the last Batman movie. I thought maybe they'd get more on track this time.
What is the problem now?
Guess who's going to play Batman's girlfriend in the movie?
Oh, I don't know.
Sharon Stone.
Who?
Sharon Stone.
No, that would be a good choice. She's sexy.
Oh, is somebody unsexy, not sexy?
It's someone who is so asexual, she might as well be a man. Nicole Kidman.
I saw her name in the list of possibilities, and I knew you'd object. You don't like her.
But I don't know a guy that does.
Jackie likes her.
No,
I think Tom likes her.
No, I mean she's a. I know most guys I talk to think she's like asexual or something. Like there's nothing sexual about her.
Mannequin.
Yeah, I mean, but she's like, That's sex. She's sex. I mean,
he likes mannequins. He doesn't like this mannequin.
I think I'd actually pass on her for sex.
No.
Oh, all right. I mean, no. Okay.
Give us a break.
But in the movies, I would. I mean, I would rather just see anybody.
Is it because the way she looks or because she's hooked up with Tom Cruise?
No, it's the way she looks. It has nothing to do with Tom Cruise.
You have never...
I still like Cindy Crawford, even though she's with Richard Gere. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. She's hot.
I think Tom Cruise's ex-wife was sexier than her.
I wouldn't. I think you're getting. I think those stitches just went to your head.
He hit his head off.
Yeah, what was her name?
He hit his head really hard.
Mimi Rogers.
Yeah.
No. He doesn't know how to pick women. All that money, all that fame, just doesn't know how to pick women.
Maybe he's so good-looking, he doesn't want a good-looking woman.
Yeah.
Fighting him for the mirror.
Right, maybe that's it. Hey, let me take a break, Rob. When we come back, I want to talk to you about the governor's race. I got interesting poll results that came out. Also, we're going to be going out on the street. There's a lot of things going on.
What are you going out on the street for?
Well, I was shocked by that statistic you read yesterday. 70% of black people think O.J. Simpson is innocent.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to send John out to speak to some black people about this.
I see. Okay.
So I'm very curious. I have to know. I have to understand this rationale.
You know what? I wonder what they'll say when you're looking right at them. Those phone polls, people are anonymous.
Yeah.
And they'll start saying wacky things. I think the goofy factor comes in there too.
Yeah, we're gonna find out the answers to all of this right after these words. I'm looking at naked pictures of Robin Givens in Playboy. I'm sure she's probably sitting by the phone thinking, "Oh, this is really going to change my career. This is really going to turn it around. I'll pose naked in Playboy." I think that's what the girl from the Walton said right before she posed too.
Well, it certainly helped her because I can't even remember her name.
Right, the girl from the Waltons. Remember when she posed naked in Playboy? This is sort of like the last ditch effort. You know what I mean? I haven't gotten a role in a while. I know. I'll take my clothes off in Playboy. And then I'll get a lot of calls. I don't know why people think they're going to get a lot of calls. They think I know what the reason. It's going to change their image.
What is Robin Givens' image?
I don't know, but it's going to change her image. And Dana Plato said that right before she robbed the laundromat.
Yeah, she did it to get jobs, too.
Yeah, right before she robbed the video store. That was the girl from Different Strokes. I don't know.
Well, surely somebody must get jobs from it. People keep doing it.
I think as soon as you get naked in Playboy, it's a wave goodbye. It's like, goodbye. See ya.
This is your farewell. Your swan song.
Your swan song, then you dive off a cliff. I know if I haven't gotten a role in a while. I need to be perceived in a different light. What can I do that's really outrageous, that will really take people by storm, take Hollywood by storm, and get a lot of reaction? I know. I'll take my clothes off in Playboy. It's worked so well for Dana Plato and the girl from the Waltons.
Everybody changes their image that way. Yeah. Sally Field did it.
Yeah, that's how she got that Academy Award nomination. So here she is on the cover of Playboy. She's sexy, though. I'd definitely have sex with her, that's for sure. I bet you it's the same retarded press agent.
They all work for the same person. They have the same person working for them.
Yeah, it's a Gump, I would like you to take your clothes off in Playboy. Forrest Gump, the Gomer Pyle of the 90s. I got an IQ of 60 and I'm ready to rock and roll.
How old is she?
She's about, how old is she? Could she be in her 20s?
I think so.
Yeah.
Really?
Boy, she's got a hot body, boy. She's skinny and got a great ass. Her ass is her best feature.
She could take a punch.
Yeah, yes, she can take a punch. That's true. She can take a good punch. She's third-generation battered woman in her family.
Well, that's much to be proud of.
Yeah, I'm learning more than I need to know. Look at that buttocks.
You want to look at a naked woman who's the third battered person?
Yes.
Or the third generation of battered women?
That's a real come-on, isn't it?
I thought it was interesting, the article they were putting with these pictures. Yes, I've been punched around.
Her breasts aren't real big, but they're very nicely shaped, and she has kind of a cool way of arching her back.
And her abdomen is you see her ribs, and it's really cut well.
And
She's got ribs in her abdomen?
Yeah, she has ribs in her abdomen. Hey, and this can't be her hair, can it? This is a fall of some kind?
It's got to be...
She has a hair weave.
Hair weave. Yeah, because she does not have black people's hair in these pictures.
No, she has weaved hair.
She has weaved hair. I like it flowing down her back and a big bun. Boy, I'd love to have a session in the sack with her. Really work her over good.
I heard she had just adopted a child, but that couldn't be true.
No.
Who would give her?
No one would.
Who is this?
I would give a child to. I would give a child to Charles Manson, maybe. I don't know. I don't see her with kids. I don't know why I feel that way.
I had heard that.
I would let Ed McMahon and his young bride adopt a kid
Another
before.
child.
Yeah, right.
Remind me to tell you about Ed McMahon in a second. We have a phone call from London, Howard.
Oh, okay. This is my ambassador from London?
Yes.
All right. This is the guy who called Prince Charles. Isn't it true that Prince Charles rarely does live telephone interviews?
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
This is the British ambassador to Howard Stern calling from London. Do you read me, New York?
He's a little goofy.
Is he?
Yeah, nice guy.
Dude, can you calm down?
Do you read me?
Yeah, we read you okay.
Okay, over.
Oh, boy.
All right, look, the guy made a good phone call.
You'll have to put up with me, won't you?
Yes.
You're
Tomorrow,
gonna
Mr. Stern.
Boy, his phone connection is weird, too, huh?
Well, we work by gas here.
You know, it's kind of weird that, like, with all the technology we have in the 90s, that we still can't get a clear phone call from
Isn't
England.
it crystal clear sometimes, but it's just a guessing game?
Well,
Can you hear me?
not from this guy's house.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, well, we work by gas here. We're 100 years behind.
All right, so what happened? Prince Charles went on TV and took phone calls?
Well, he never goes on to television, and but he's done it once for charity, and so I thought I'd give him a ring and, as your ambassador, promote your cause.
Now, how have you learned about these phone calls that American listeners make? How did you learn about these?
We were doing them 50 years ago.
No, I'm saying, how did you learn about the Howard Stern... never mind. Let me hear the phone call to England.
How did I learn about the Howard Stern show? Your books are selling here by the million.
Is that right?
Yes.
I haven't seen a royalty check.
You get a good 10 minutes warmth from one of your books if you throw it on the fire.
What did he say?
You get a good 10 minutes warmth from your book.
I'll play you the tape.
All right.
Here we go, New York. Tape coming in now. When the sovereign dies, and if you are alive and healthy, will you become king?
I would certainly imagine so. I mean, not going to be because I'm going to say I'm not going to do it. But I mean, all my life, and I've been brought up, to, as I said, do my utmost and to try and carry out my duty to the country and to everybody else as well as possible.
I'm going to stop you there. I'm so sorry, because I can just squeeze in one more caller. In London. Hello.
Hello. My name is Mr. Abui, Bob Abui. Am I through to Prince Charles?
Yes.
God bless you, Your Royal Highness. I'm indeed most honoured to be speaking to you on the telephone, and a very good afternoon to you as well, Jonathan. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Any Answers.
Thank you, Bob Abui. Excuse me, I've got a hair stuck down my throat. I spent all night with Princess Diana.
What do you mean?
Sorry, it's a very bad line. The actual question I want to put to His Royal Highness is, Baba Booey, do you think, Baba Booey, you'll ever get to be King of England?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Well, I believe very strongly that the House of Windsor and your throne will be challenged by an underendowed American gentleman very, very soon. That's my theory.
When you say very soon, what do you mean?
Well, I say very soon, and I speak with some authority. I am an Earl and an OBE. That makes me an earlobe. And speaking as the British ambassador to Howard Stern, I can announce that Mr. Stern will not only be governor of New York, he'll become the King of England next.
What makes you say that? I mean, if you look, for instance...
Baba Booey makes me say it. Baba Booey, Princess Diana screws the elephant man with the Queen Mother watching, and they do it with corn.
Rupert Taverner from just outside Aldershot, Hampshire.
Hello, Jonathan and Your Royal Highness. I'd just like to say that I thought that last call was an absolute disgrace. And do calls like that upset you?
No, that sort of question is very much... You can't avoid it with something of this unfortunate nature.
People like that are a nuisance. My question is, why don't you stick your head up a dead bear's arse?
Let's go to Liverpool and Rita Bowen next. Will that do for you, sir?
Hello.
Hello. Will that do for you, sir?
That was wonderful.
Oh.
That came out of nowhere.
I don't think he'll be doing television again.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, my
man.
goodness.
It started out kind of slow, but man, that really started cooking.
It builds.
Oh, they set him up good.
You know they call him Prince Fog here.
Did you make both of those calls?
I did. I blocked the lines.
You blocked the lines and had both, so that was you 2 times.
Oh, yes. It took a lot of work. I hope Infinity will send me a check.
I think they should.
Yes.
Well, hey, let me tell you something. Not only was that good, I'm going to beg of you, Your Royal Highness.
I like it when you beg.
I want you to send me a copy of that so we can hear it a little bit clearer, all right?
Of course.
I'm going to put you on hold, and Gary will give you the address.
Speak to Baba Booey.
Before I go,
Yes.
could I do my impersonation of a baby turning into a pig?
Yes. Wacko.
Thank you.
All right, very good, and congratulations on that fantastic phone call.
Thank you very much, sire.
All right. And from England, there he is, the, what is it again, the ambassador to England?
The ambassador to Howard Stern.
Oh, ambassador to Howard Stern. He wants to be referred to as that. Hold on, okay?
Yes, okay.
Wow.
It's a pretty good deal, though, where you have people referring to as Your Royal Highness.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you hear Prince Charles? Like, you couldn't make out what he was saying, but did you hear that whole attitude? It's like, I don't think
Well, I've sort of been brought up to sort of do my duty.
Is that what he was saying?
Yeah.
He sounds like a 100-year-old man. Like he's a relatively young guy. How can you sound that nuts? I like when the second phone call's the best. Obviously, they had to bleep out part of that word. I mean, ass was okay, but the second part wasn't.
It's funny, though, that thank God for those British, they don't even acknowledge that anything happened. You know, here everybody gets all flustered and they start reprimanding the audience.
I like when he says, I believe Howard Stern will come over there and dethrone you and become the King of England. And the guy goes, well, now what makes you say that?
Why would you say soon? And what makes you ask that question?
Well, I'm a bit of an expert, you see. I think when you have a British accent, it makes you sound like an expert on everything. Well, very good. That's a real good one. You think he'll send us a copy of that?
Yeah, he definitely will. The guy said that... He said that the tape has sort of been suppressed and nobody's written about it, and it's almost as if it never happened.
Right.
You know, because he hardly ever takes live calling.
And 2 in a row.
Yeah. Why don't you put your head up a dead man's teep?
Princess Di makes love to the Queen Mother, or the Elephant Man, while the Queen Mother looks on.
Screws the Elephant Man. Yeah, I like how they fade him down. It's like he said, and Princess Di screws the Elephant Man.
It's like they were carting him away.
Yeah, right.
He's being dragged from the microphone.
And I like when he said he had a hair in his throat from being with Princess Di.
Right. Do you think that people in England are not used to phony phone calls so that they should have cut him off right there?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, they're more civilized, and they're always anxious to hear what everyone has to say in its entirety.
But he had a hair in his throat from Princess Di.
I don't think they really followed it. Anyway, I got to take a break here. We'll be back right after these words. Well, Robin, here it is. I see you've there's a list here, not and hot. What's in and what's out.
I guess.
Turns out that you're in, and Kennedy is out. Kennedy, of course, senator from Massachusetts.
You think so?
Well, that's who I think it is. Yeah, it was ever since I drove the girl off the bridge.
You've been out.
I've been out. And it says I'm hot and Cuomo is not. So there you go. How do you like that, Robin?
Well, it's nice to be hot. I don't ever want to be not, though.
Yeah, my kids always read these hot lists, like what's in and what's out.
Yeah.
And they saw one with me where I was out. There was a list. This list says I'm in, but what it was, and they were, you know, you're out. I said, I know. It's very frightening. I said, kids, don't pay too much attention to it. You know what's hot?
What?
Gary's breath.
Oh. Always. Never been not.
Right. That's been on the hot list for years. Hot breath.
I don't think it ever will be not.
He's something else, that Baba Booey. We got to go out to the street with Stuttering John in a minute. I want to take a few phone calls first, though. Let's go to Orlando, Florida. home of Disneyland. Or
World.
Whatever. Oh, is that Disney World?
Yes, Disneyland is in California.
Hello? Let's go to New York.
Yeah, Howard, I was wondering if you heard about Captain Jenks's new CDs he's putting out with all the phony phone calls on them.
Yes, I know. I've talked about that before. Los Angeles, you're on the air.
Why you be casting aspersions on the black man with the OJ?
With the OJ. Well, looky here.
With the black and white and red all over.
What?
OJ at the murder scene.
Oh, boy.
You know what my favorite line is?
Yeah.
I see OJ.
I see DOJ.
From the phony phone call to Peter Jennings.
I see the OJ.
I see it all, and I see OJ.
I can hear that again.
Oh, yeah.
I can hear that one again.
I love that call.
Where is the Peter Jennings call?
I've listened to it many times.
You know, maybe tomorrow we should just do a whole show of, like, recaps.
Phony
phone calls, song parodies, all kinds of stuff. Because I forget about this stuff. Someone called me yesterday, too, and said, would I have a reunion of my band, Electric Comic Book, again on the air? And I said, yes, I would.
Well, even the members have been calling for that.
Yes, so I'm going to...
attention.
I think we ought to do that. Maybe we ought to plan that for next week.
Okay. The Electric Comic Book will be getting back together.
Yeah, live in-studio performance.
More exciting than the reunion of Led Zeppelin.
Right. Thank you, Robin. Cleveland, you're on the air.
Yeah, great. What's the chances of talking to Howard?
You're on the air.
Howard.
Oh, boy. My worst nightmare. How many times do you pay... So how many times have you tuned in this show and heard me complain about callers just like you?
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'd just like to say you're great. And we had an opportunity to meet Stutter and John when they were in town. And
Albany, you're on the air.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to speak with Howard.
Yes, you're speaking with him. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
It just seems a little strange that if he's going to offer $500,000, that's not very much money to have someone come forth when he's paying his lawyers millions of dollars.
Yeah, can you imagine? Like,
they're only worth the $500,000.
Yeah, you get $500,000 for clearing his name and solving the case.
Right.
But the lawyers are going to get $10 million.
Right, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I would offer $10 million if someone could come up with some evidence.
Get these lawyers.
Yeah.
Here's the person who really knows how to get him off. He's going to give him $500,000, but some jerk. Oh, by the way, you know that guy should get that spray for the top of his head. I'm tired of seeing Shapiro's bald spot.
I know, it's really annoying.
Yeah, he should get that Popeil stuff and spray it up there.
Yeah, just some black paint.
Yeah, because he's doing that thing where he combs the hair back.
Yeah.
But it's still not covering the bald spot.
And he's real proud of himself now because he's like a whole celebrity. He went to like some opera or something where a whole bunch of celebrities were, and he got swamped for autographs.
Right.
So now he's like all proud of himself.
He could comb his eyebrows back.
If I was the OJ, I would say, hey, listen, pal, you're getting a lot of good hype out of this thing.
There's a lot of mileage in this for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of mileage in this. Why don't you pay me?
For sure.
Yeah, well, you ought to do what I do. I got so disturbed by that bald spot on Shapiro's head.
Yeah.
I colored in on my television set like Winky Dink.
You follow him around.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, you just draw in your own hair.
Well, you could get a spaghetti maker and he could make some in ink.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of fun.
That would do great. All right, Howard.
So I like how this. I love lawyers. Shapiro charges OJ $500 an hour while he signs autographs at different events. Yeah, at operas. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
I kind of find that odd, too, that people want his autograph.
All right, Oh, yeah, I know. That is really bizarre. I find it odd people want our autograph.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but... And then when they
Why a lawyer?
And then when they ask for Fred's autograph, I get really freaked out. Here, let me read this to you. I'm excited about this. On last night's news on Channel 4, they talked about the results of a recent poll for governor's race. And indeed... we have become factors because Cuomo is at 36%, Pataki at 35%, but more importantly, Stern now taking the biggest jump from 6% to 18%. And I guarantee you double that number right now, Robin, because a lot of people aren't...
If you double that number, you are at 36%, Howard.
And I will win.
Makes you right up there, and you'd have to lower somebody else's percentage.
Yep. I am telling you, if I pull off the miracle of the century, which is, A, to get past financial disclosure, and I don't know that I will, B, if I get past the... I don't know, I keep getting letters that the Libertarian Party will never be able to get enough signatures.
Why?
Because evidently, I'm learning about this, it's $1. What they do is you hire people to go out and get signatures.
Yeah.
I think they pay for $1 for each bona fide signature.
Okay.
That's how, like, if you were a person who your job was to go get signatures for me, because you have to get something like 50,000 signatures. The reason for that is...
You have a lot of bogus ones.
Right.
Things you can't verify.
So if you're a person who gets paid for this, it's $1 for every signature you get. So the Libertarian Party, A, doesn't have the funds to pay out this kind of money. B, I'm getting letters from them all the time. Please announce where we're doing signings.
The locations, yeah.
Because we'll never get this done in time. So I'm saying, wait a second. If I was just a regular candidate, I was on the radio, how would you get all these signatures?
And they say?
How have they been doing this all along? I don't know what they say. I don't talk to them.
You know,
what is it?
they have an answer for everything. I got to give those guys credit. They have an answer for everything.
What is their answer?
I said to them, if Howard wasn't on the radio, what would you do? And they said that because you're on the radio and because of who you are, they wouldn't need as many signatures because there's going to be a big challenge. In other words, Republicans already say they're going to challenge the signatures, so they need like 4 times as many.
Yeah, the Republicans, it seems, are real afraid of me because they think
you're the spoiler. You're
I'm the spoiler.
Take votes away from them.
Yeah, and I don't see it that way at all.
See, if you were just some regular guy, they could get 16,000 signatures and nobody would bother, to
challenge it. Yeah, because no one would even consider me serious.
Right.
Well, here I sit at 18% in the polls. I guarantee you it's higher. I guarantee you I would win. I would be the next governor from New York, and I'll tell you why. It's nothing to do with the death penalty even. It has to do with this traffic situation. People like it. They like what I'm saying, and they know I'll get it done.
You really think you can fix the traffic?
I don't say I can fix the traffic where you'll be running along free and clear, but I'll tell you one thing, Robin. When I'm running New York, you will never see a road crew during the day.
Because, Howard, I have to tell you, as I go through the streets of Manhattan, these double parkers on side streets are making life unbearable.
Well, let me tell you something. I can't fix that.
Oh.
And I don't intend to fix it.
Then I'm voting for the guy who can.
Well, there is no guy who can. I am telling you, that's more of like a mayor of New York City's got to really bust balls on that. But the point is, for those people who commute, and to hell with Manhattan, I just want to get to work. That's the thing.
Are you kidding? I have to rollerblade.
I know.
I can't get
I know. The rollerbladers are a big vote. But I'm talking about traffic for hours on end, even on weekends.
Yeah. But when you're on skates and you can't get through, you know it's bad.
It's bad for everyone. So what I'm saying is, people are responding. I'm reading article after article how people are praising me for bringing up this issue. It was considered a joke when I brought it up, and now it turns out it's a serious issue. People don't care about all these highfalutin ideas and whether or not you're for this or for that or the president.
They care about being able to get to and from work.
A guy on the weekend wants to be able to get to the beach without seeing a road crew. It's obnoxious. A guy who has to put food on the table, make a living, wants to get in his car and be able to drive to work in a reasonable amount of time and not wait for 5 guys with a shovel to do their work.
The one time I took that trip out to your house, I was shocked. I hadn't seen what the traffic was like.
Well, that's why I shot up 18% in the polls. And also I shot up because of the new campaign commercial. I think they've determined that.
Really? The campaign commercial is working.
It is. Oh, yes.
I didn't know these ads work.
How else do you explain 6% to 18% jump in the polls?
Well, play it again.
All right. Where is my campaign commercial, Baba Boohai? How dare you hide that on me? Oh, here it is. There it is.
Unemployment, crime, drugs, Jamaicans. All big problems that must be addressed by New Yorkers. Let's see what people think about Howard Stern for governor.
I think he's disgusting as a human being. I think he's a disgusting, poor excuse for a man.
I'm not voting for him. Howard Stern is a nut. He'll never get my vote.
Well, really, I ain't into Howard Stern, really.
Well, right, no comment. I couldn't get any comment on that.
I don't even think he's funny. I think he's disgusting, but to be an old man such as him acting like a pervert.
What else are the voters saying?
Negative position on the death penalty. It should never come about. It's more or less, it's not for men, it's not for society. Killing somebody because they killed another man. How's the government going to turn around and offer somebody to be killed just because they have authority. That's not right. Only God is the Lord giver. He gives and takes.
For Christ's sake, aren't there any white people who want to comment on Governor Stern?
I just don't like what he stands for and how he appears and everything else.
I hate him. It's a pig.
He couldn't do anything at all. He'd never get my vote under any conditions.
I think he's degrading.
Anything he says, I'm against.
What kind of white people are these? Isn't there one intelligent, coherent patriot who will stand up for Howard Stern? How about you, Sanjeet?
They're gonna return the death penalty, you know. And he says gonna make more safe, you know, streets.
Now that's using the old dot on your forehead. Here's another supporter of Howard Stern.
He impressed me. He enlightened me on certain individual conversations that he had.
Thanks, Einstein. Vote Howard Stern.
I'm gonna tell you something. If Howard Stern becomes governor of New York, I would leave the United States of America. I'd rather go stay in Colombia someplace.
You mean to tell me that if Howard Stern is governor, that guy leaves on a boat tomorrow? Don't you wish you could vote right now?
Howard Stern has no friends. This commercial was paid for by a few of his acquaintances.
Thank you. See, I think by people hearing all of those whack jobs who are against me, they somehow want to vote for me now. Yeah.
It's a
I like that one guy.
Reverse psychology ad.
That one guy who he's like. Anyway, I got to take a break. I hope people realize how good this Canon equipment is. If you're shopping for stuff for your home office or your office out of the house, Canon makes great stuff. Canon. Right now, they're offering a $30 rebate on all their printers and scanners. I almost got a color printer from them. I almost got one. One of the sales guys here said, "Hey, Canon wants you to have a color printer."
And?
I said, sure. I could really use that. And
so what happened?
I don't know. I never got it.
Oh.
That always happens to me.
Somehow got lost in the mail.
I think the people at Canon said, "Well, let's see how good you do with our commercial." I go, "Well, wait a second. I'm not some trained dog, but I could be one, I guess."
I'd always do a good commercial,
Yeah.
he said.
I said, "You know what? I'll just go buy one. How's that?" They do make great color printers because it's at 360 DPI. See, I know about this stuff. 360 DPI means really high resolution.
And that's
You can see every detail. It's great. Canon makes great office equipment. Look for the Canon BJC 600 color printer or the BubbleJet 200E, which is a black and white desktop printer.
Love that one.
Yeah. I'd go on more about how great Canon is, but I never got the printer, so Indian givers. So that's right. So that's it. Their time is up. For more details and rebate coupons, because you want to get those rebates too, see a participating Canon dealer or call 1-800-848-4123. Really call them. They make great stuff. Rebate ends August 31st, 1994. 1-800-848-4123. Hey, look at this. Jackie Platinum Joke Page Martling. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD, it's $10 plus free shipping and handling. Price includes full-color Jokeland catalog.
Okay.
That's a whole new item. Call 1-800-323-5464. And then Friday night on August 5th, we've got two big shows with Jackie at the Annapolis Comedy Club in Annapolis, Maryland. For information and great dirty jokes, call 516-922-WINE. I was talking to someone from Boston yesterday. They said there's a comedy club in Boston that's offered you a huge amount of money, Jackie, to go play there. Do you know about this?
Yeah, in October I'm going up there.
Oh, you are going?
It's not a huge amount of money.
Oh, it's not?
Not to Jackie Martin.
Oh, well, evidently.
If another one's offering a lot of money, I will rapidly cancel.
Yeah, that's right. You could cancel in time. No, I don't know. There was evidently a big demand for Jackie up there, and there was some kind of haggling and negotiating, but finally they've lassoed the great Jackie. Yeah, they've come to terms with Jackie Martling. I like watching Jackie as a power broker now.
Well, you know what's funny to me? I was just listening, because Jackie sort of puts things in that promo that you just, they just sort of go, and you just keep saying them, and you don't even think about them.
Like what?
Full color joke catalog.
Yeah, full color, and you go, wow, full color. Wow, well, gee.
And you've been sending out black and white Xeroxes for 12 years. It's a big deal.
It's an exciting thing for you. All right. Full color Jokeland catalog.
Full color? What does that mean?
I know, and you know what? I got to confess, I've been reading that and going, wow, full color. I really...
It's a beautiful catalog.
I have been very impressed.
You just got to watch Jackie. He's a cell maven.
Yeah, full color Jokeland catalog.
3D.
3D
catalog.
All right, very good. Everyone looking forward to getting the full-color Jokeland
You should
catalog.
have been an advertiser.
Oh, yeah. Full-color Jokeland. All right, Robin. Regarding Fred's bachelor party, before we... Hey, Scott, get me ready for the next break to go out on the street with Stuttering John. Regarding Fred's bachelor party, I got a negative letter saying, Howard, I can't believe what a douche you are.
What does this mean?
For Christ's sake. You take this poor guy Fred out for a bachelor party and then spend 2 days so far tattling on him like some little bitch in the schoolyard. Don't you know that a bachelor party is a sacred thing? Fred should have been able to get tanked and make love to a German Shepherd if he wanted to. And your job should be to make sure no one finds out.
Oh, see, that's why you probably never got invited to any bachelor parties. You couldn't keep the secrecy.
No. No wonder he didn't let you know about the wedding. He probably didn't want to hear you talk about how cheap the buffet was for a week and a half.
And it was cheap.
Sure, we expected to hear about the bachelor party, but this just ain't right. And that Robin is obviously so jealous of Gay Rich getting her sugar. She can't keep her soup coolers shut either.
Her soup cooler. I love it.
Soup coolers. Man, you owe Fred an apology.
Who? The soup coolers?
I don't know. Well, at least he's taking the abuse like a man. He could give you lessons, you pussy.
Soup coolers.
Otherwise, keep up the excellent work. Signed, Fred's mother-in-law.
Oh.
All right.
Didn't you get a thing from Scores the other day that said they would gladly rethrow the bachelor party for Fred without booze?
Listen, let me tell you something. I would love to have that bachelor party over again because just as things were heating up.
Fred hit the deck.
Fred hit the deck, and that was the end of it.
He hit the deck with his face.
You know, I don't know that it'll be as great because I don't know that 25 strippers would come again because...
You guys didn't tip right.
If I sign a waiver saying I'm not going to drink, will that help?
No, it wasn't that. It was that the guys basically didn't tip good. The girls were getting very frustrated.
Yeah, they didn't think it was a good party. They weren't making the kind of dough they expected.
Well, maybe if I invite some more high rollers.
That might help.
Maybe
like,
that would
who
help.
do you know?
Well, who do I know that actually will spread some dough around? Wayne Siegel, maybe?
Wayne might.
He might not even come. He's working so hard.
Yeah, his boss don't let him out. He's not working for his daddy anymore.
No, doesn't have the full run of the place.
I don't know. Actually, I don't really know any high rollers.
You don't know any high rollers. That's what I thought.
We know Keith Hernandez, but he probably doesn't have any money left either. Who?
Like Aerosmith or somebody like that.
Yeah, well, yeah,
They're
Aerosmith. But they're not going to come to Fred's stupid bachelor party. Hey,
Jackie's certainly not applying as a high roller.
No. There's not a guy who's going to tip a dime.
Here's a catalog.
Full color.
Yeah, it's not catalog.
Here's a full color Jokeland catalog, honey. Put that in your CD. Take off your top.
Yeah. Well, Howard, you know the truth of it is that you could get high rollers in a second if we wanted to get strangers. You know these morons that line up to pay a fortune to do anything.
What about your buddy, Larry Schwartz? He's a millionaire.
Yes, I'm sure you would love to come.
Yeah, but he always ends up with getting all the girls. I get so
Tony
jealous.
Visconti wanted to come.
He's got no money.
Of course, he would tip.
Oh, please. Tony Visconti made a David Bowie record 100 years ago.
He must have saved something.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Tony Visconti.
I think he would know how to act in this situation.
Dee Snider hasn't worked in 5 years. Who am I going to invite that has money? There's nobody that I know. So maybe what we ought to do is just get 10 girls, and then we'll have more money to go around.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, he'd go.
Yeah, what about Trump?
Why don't you invite him?
Trump is infamously cheap, though. That's how he got rich.
Right. But out in a situation like that,
he might spread around some money.
Spread it around to impress all the people around him, so they'll talk about what a great guy Trump is and how big a tipper he is. Guys got the life.
What about promoters like Cher or Delsner or somebody like that?
Well, I don't know. You know, but then Fred's bachelor party is ruined because
you're with strangers.
We're with strangers. What I liked about the first bachelor party was Fred felt comfortable enough to act stupid. You know what I mean?
A little too comfortable.
Yeah. It was just... And it was cool, too, because it was like me, and I like partying with Neil.
Looking over
and
find Ralph and Ronnie and Neil.
You know, see Scott the engineer.
Well, Dominic.
You've always discouraged Dominic for being too crazy. Why don't you do the opposite? Just have Dominic come and encourage him to go nuts with the money.
No, I never discourage him. That's why he's there, because he has money and he's willing to spend it.
He did go nuts with the money this last time. He bought a lot of funny money on his own.
Yeah.
Maybe we could say... we could put a minimum that guys have to bring with them, maybe like $100 a head, except for, the interns who can't afford it. But mostly everyone would have to bring $100 a person.
Because these girls are all going, I'm used to making $1,000 a night in cash. The guy go, $1,000? What'd you make tonight? 40.
That was in the afternoon, too.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
money in the afternoon.
These guys were all saying the night's young.
I mean, these guys were getting a free meal, free drinks, which Fred took advantage of.
More than advantage.
And they were getting free everything.
Yeah, free girls.
They could have dipped into their pocket. I went for a few hundred.
Then they get indignant when they ran out of funny money, and they go, Gary, give me some funny money. I'm like, we're out. They're like, what?
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that funny money should have been spread around interns and stuff like that. Guys who have jobs should have been shelling out some of their own bucks.
Right, but instead it was just the opposite.
But guys were getting dances at $80 a pop.
Yeah.
Just keep dancing.
What is it, Stuttering John?
The guy who set everything up at Scores on the phone, he wants to tell you that the girls loved it. That
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Well, he might just be saying that.
This is Lonnie.
Hey, Lonnie.
Hi, Howard.
Yeah, this is Lonnie from Scores.
Are you okay, Lonnie? I know you got a big fright.
Lonnie said when Fred passed out at the bachelor party and broke his chin and everything, Lonnie just turns to me and goes, this happens all the time. He says, don't panic. I've seen much worse. He goes, these are drunks. I go, but you don't understand. I said, Fred's bleeding. He goes, take Fred, put him out in front of the club. He'll air out.
He knew most of that. He knew most of that was his booze.
But Lonnie was right. Fred's fine. Right, Lonnie?
Howard, Fred is fine. The girls loved it.
Really?
They love being around you.
Really?
Are you kidding? And my boss, Craig Carlino, has authorized me to tell you, we want to do it again.
Yeah.
We're going to give you all the funny money that's ever been printed.
How much funny money do you got? And the girls really get paid off that funny money?
Yeah, they get to keep the money. It's terrific.
Really?
They loved it. 25 girls, you want to do 10? I say let's do 50 girls.
Yes.
And we'll print funny money for a week.
50 girls. Yeah.
But no tequila for Fred.
No. Fred's not allowed to drink.
And I'm coming with a football.
What is it, Ralph? What are you doing in here suddenly? You know what I'm going to do just for kicks? I'm going to leave you out of the bachelor party.
Yeah, leave him out on that corner he wound up on.
Yeah, Ralph passed out on a corner on 57th Street, and everyone saw him.
Let's put Ralph.
I didn't pass out.
What do you want to say quickly?
I was in Scores the next night. I stopped in there for a few minutes.
Yeah, and no one remembered you.
Yeah. No, one of the girls was complaining to me. She was saying, what happened to all the funny money? Like, they said that it wasn't all handed out, that we left with it. And
left with? Why would we leave with it?
Yeah, but I don't know. She said there was like...
Yeah, we paid the hospital in funny money. When you go to Scores, you can buy funny money.
Yeah.
And the funny money is, so you don't have to walk around with real dollar bills. You buy 20s, and then you can, like Monopoly money. So Scores was very generous in giving us some complimentary funny money.
Well, Howard, when you see Boy Gary having 3 girls at a time, it goes very quick.
It does.
But we're gonna solve it. We'll give you more funny money than has ever been printed. No tequila, but tons of funny money.
Endless funny money. Wow. Hey, I heard Sean Penn was in your place the other night.
Yes.
I read that in the paper today. And then he gave his phone. He got some girl's phone number over there.
Really?
Well,
that's exciting when you're single and then you can hook up with the girls afterwards.
He's not really that single.
He's single.
Isn't he married to that woman?
He's never married.
No, he's allowed. He's one of those guys who just automatically sets the rules.
But they have a child together.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Hey, I'm dating. It's like one of those things.
Yeah, that's how Howard imagines it. He has to go home and take grief.
Really?
She's pretty good looking, too.
Well, he could just leave her anytime he wants.
And maybe she could leave him.
She's as good looking as any of those girls.
What kind of money is a Sean Penn tip?
Sean Penn is a $100 a dance guy.
Is that right?
He has to show off.
Does he really?
Yeah.
And that's what you should be doing, because you're in his league.
Well, we'll give Howard hundreds of funny money, that's all.
Yeah, you better give me hundreds.
Yeah, forget 20.
Yeah, don't make me look bad. I need hundreds.
Start printing.
I thought I was being... loved you. Look, there are always going to be a handful of girls that say, I'm jealous, so-and-so made more than I did. But we're going to solve that. We're going to give you so much money, the girls are going to think that they know you're king of all media, but they're going to think you're the greatest They're going
Let's
to
have
respect
Fred-
everyone in the party.
Fred missed this whole bachelor party.
I don't think that you guys can go out again. Fred's not even recovered.
I've got a theory. I got a theory that we could have Fred's bachelor party every week.
Maybe that's
a weekly affair. You know
when you want? Can you guys be open by 10:30 today?
See, the party got segregated very quickly.
Yeah.
What happened was there were 25 girls. What happened was there was a handful of girls, probably about 6 or 7. And I saw them sitting at a table outside of our room.
Right.
And I think that they either didn't feel they were getting enough or just got sick of competing for the money.
Right. Yeah, they were
it's a competition.
It was a competition going
You know
on.
what I think happens because there were more girls than guys, the first couple of songs, everybody was getting a dance, and 6 girls who are normally used to men going crazy over them had nothing to do. They had to wait.
I know. To me, it was almost like having too much ice cream because at some point there was like so many girls. I was like, so what? Show me something new. You know what I mean?
At one point, one girl was giving me a dance, and then some other girl like honed in, and it was sort of annoying. Like I couldn't concentrate.
Yeah, but can you imagine 50 girls with thousands of dollars of funny money?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what would go on there?
You need a little less to focus in on one or two of them.
I don't know about that.
Hey, Ralph, why don't you
Maybe you ought
focus
to bring them in shifts.
Yeah, dickhead. You're lucky to be in the room.
And a late shift.
Yeah, why don't we bring him in shifts?
Well, that's originally what we were going to do. We were going to bring him in 8 at a time. Because there was 25 of them, I figured we'd cut them into thirds.
All right, maybe. Hey, listen, I told you were in charge of the bachelor party.
And then I said, Howard, what do you want to do? You said, bring them all in.
Well, I got carried away.
and that worked well, too.
It did. I mean, I had a good time.
But for the sake of the girls, some could be resting and staying fresh,
Lonnie's a good man, though. You got some good-looking girls over there.
And I will make sure that we have at least 2 girls that are paramedics instead of 1.
Oh, good, yeah.
Have them close to Fred.
It was really weird that one of the strippers was a paramedic. And she was really good looking.
Maybe you should have a full-fledged doctor and
can you have a plastic surgeon on the scene?
There you go. Who gets paid in funny money? Like a mass unit.
Oh, man. All right. Hey, Lonnie, we might take you up on that.
Listen, it's my boss, Craig Carlino. He thinks that anything you want, we'll lock the doors, and it's done. Anything you want, Howard. How's that for an invitation?
So what you're saying is, in other words, you'll lock the doors?
Lock the doors. It's you and your guys, and whatever you want, you got.
Oh, man. Now, that's a bachelor party, Fred.
That is definitely a bachelor
party. This might be better. I say do-over. How about bachelor year?
Yeah.
Do-over.
We keep doing it till we get it right.
Yeah.
Howard, when we planned it, we had more girls coming in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon because we thought we could keep you there all day.
We would have been there all day. I wasn't leaving.
It was Fred that ended the party.
It was perfect for me. My wife was out of town for the day.
So there were a couple of dozen girls who were coming in the late shift at 4 o'clock.
You're never going to have a day like that again, though.
Fred, well, I'll just send my wife somewhere.
That's it.
What is it, Stuttering John?
I just want to say, I say we do it again.
See, John and Jackie didn't make it. That's why they wanted to do it for them.
I volunteer to babysit Fred.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
And Jackie can have all my booze.
I was going to say, Jackie will drink your shot.
Jackie will be the one to fall on his face.
Maybe we should do a night party.
Oh, man.
Start on Saturday night.
Well, I would also suggest
Night's
that
hard to get out when you're married to my wife.
Hotel rooms, just in case Ralph over-imbibes.
Ralph over Ralph. Why would you?
No, because Ralph
sleep on the street.
Because Ralph will use the hotel room whether he imbibes or not.
I see.
No, I'm not paying for a hotel room for Ralph.
It's more fun to see where Ralph ends up.
Yeah, fun to see him laying in the middle of the gutter.
I wasn't past that.
I was just resting.
Right.
It was 91 degrees. He was
no embarrassment on your part, right? Just laying there on the street like a homeless.
None whatsoever.
That's because he's been...
Lonnie, can you build us an apartment in the back? So that we can...
A condo.
A condo?
Set some cots up in the back.
Just that's all. All right, so you're telling me we could have Fred's bachelor party again. I don't know. My wife doesn't have a sense of humor anymore. Saturday night's a tough one. Saturday night would be a tough one for me to get out of the house.
Why don't you call her right now?
Wait.
No, I'm not calling her. I'm not asking for permission. I'm just going.
I have the answer.
What's the answer?
I have the answer. We have a vacation coming up at the end of August.
Go ahead.
You don't want to wait?
I want to have it this week.
Yeah, but imagine you can get a weeknight out, and,
my wife becomes even more possessive and angry during the vacation. She's like, you can't go out. Well, I waited. I want to have a vacation with you. We should have gone away.
What about Rosh Hashanah?
Rosh Hashanah? What are you, drunk? Drunk. After work is the only way.
How about Friday, man?
What?
About Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah.
Friday.
Again?
Friday. But bunch of ugly guys getting all worked up.
Freddie, you'll have no problem getting out, right?
Not a problem.
I'm a man. I'll be there.
How about that?
Friday afternoon, no problem.
I'll be there.
I have to go where Wolf goes.
I'm going Thursday. I'll be waiting when you get there.
Oh, there's a man. There you're talking. Don't let your wife pussy whip you. My wife's going to give me grief. I just yell back at her, that's all.
She didn't say anything about this past weekend.
No. She has some nerve.
She was gone. What could she say?
What could she say?
I don't even know why you want to go.
Hey, if we come
I want to do it for Fred. I don't care about
I want to do it for me, too.
I'm saying that's what your wife must say to you.
Fred ruined the whole other bachelor party.
I want to make it up to you guys.
God, that was a bummer.
Well, Fred, what are you going to do this time?
I'm not trying to top that, that's for sure. I'm just going to go and enjoy and dance.
You feel real stupid?
My relationship with Rich. I don't know.
You feel... Let's get Gay Rich there for Fred.
Is coming again.
Gay guys for Fred.
Hey, Lonnie, did you see Gay Rich on top of Fred right before he had his accident?
I certainly did, and you can tell Rich that we will not cash in his funny money because he's not a valid employee.
Right.
Have you ever thought of it?
But you saw Fred... Be honest, Lonnie. You saw Fred stroking Gay Rich and everything, right?
I am an eyewitness.
And what did you think?
What did you think was going on? Did you think Fred was gay?
I thought that... I don't get in trouble.
What's his name, Lonnie? Wait a minute, Lonnie.
Gay club. Yeah.
Lonnie, you said you've seen a lot of people fall and crack their chins like Fred, but have you ever seen anybody do that in your club?
That's right. That's a first. It's the first time
I do have a first.
There you go.
Now I don't feel like
it was wild, man.
Anymore.
It was wild. Yeah, Lonnie was up there looking.
It's also the first time anyone ever chose to do lip service instead of coming to score.
You big
Yeah, that's kind of weird. All right, well, Lonnie, we're going to probably take you up on that. But, you feel real stupid when you first walk into the bachelor party because, you're there and you feel kind of uptight. You know what I mean? You feel like just another horny guy.
You were unwound in no time at all.
Yeah, but in 10 minutes, I forgot how stupid the whole thing was.
You know what it is? I'll tell you exactly what it comes down to. Ralph even agrees with me on this. You need about 15 minutes to convince yourself it's not the middle of the day.
Right.
You feel like an idiot.
Yeah. It's just weird. You walk in, and it's like everyone's there waiting to see girls. And then when it's like a boy-girl party. When the girls first come into the room, you're like, oh, hello. Nobody's talking to anyone.
You don't want to, start staring at them.
Yeah, right.
You feel all uncomfortable. You need to
I have this stupid desire to please everyone. So I'm busy. Girls, this is the guy who does Ren and Stimpy. I'm trying to prove to the girls.
Introducing everybody.
Yeah, and I'm trying to prove to the girls. Yeah, that some of these guys actually have happening jobs.
You told some of the girls that I did the voices of Beavis and Butthead.
I said that he was the creator of Beavis and Butthead.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, well, he does Beavis and Butthead, so he's like, hello.
Hello, girls.
Yeah. And then I told, Fat Al Rosenberg walked in, who's not real physically impressive. I told him that he owned the Fox network. They don't know who Rupert Murdoch is.
But after he gave them no money, they knew it wasn't true.
Yeah, and Dan Foreman was the head of Paramount.
I'll say anything.
No, I said when Dan walked in, I told the truth. I said, "Hey, girls, the executive producer of Channel 4 News," and Dan freaked out. He goes, "Don't say that! Don't say that! I don't want that known because they know that." I go, Dan, what's going to happen? What's going to happen if people know that? I'm incognito. Okay. You're a nut is what you are.
They might try and get a date with Sue Simmons.
Don't tell me that.
Should we try to invite any celebrities?
Yeah, maybe we ought to pack up with a few celebrities so the girls are...
But like who? Like if David Lee Roth was in town, that'd be great.
He's not in town?
I think he's on tour.
Yeah, but then he'll get all the girls.
And all we know... And we need to...
We want to be the most impressive guy.
You want to bring Gilbert?
Yeah, but Scores... Scores... He acts like a homo. Scores is... he's worse than Fred in a club. I am telling you, if Scores loads us up with tons of funny money...
Yeah. Ask Geraldo to come.
Like, what's a really good tip for a girl, after she really puts out a good dance?
Really, you just keep giving them 20s and they're happy.
Really?
Really.
Got to feed them like pigeons.
But if you want them to think of you as a big star, you give them 100.
Hey, Lonnie, tell Howard how much money people blow in a night there.
Well, a lot of people do business there. They're signing a big deal, or it's a salesman entertaining a client, so they just have to let loose, and it adds up. It's $20 a song. You just keep the girls coming.
All right.
Keep the songs going.
Yeah, well... We're all cheap.
I know a record company guy, not my friend Ross, but another record company guy who said he had to take a band and the manager. They were in Houston at one of those clubs. You know what the bill was for the night?
No.
It was about $9,000.
Wow.
They were drinking. They kept ordering bottles of champagne. and they just kept signing everything. And then the guy just put it on his credit card.
Well,
the guy from the record company put it on his credit card.
Let me top that. Charlie Sheen comes in with a few guys, and he spent $20,000 one night.
Really?
With a few guys.
$20,000. Wait a second. This is a guy that paid $95,000 for a ball from the 1986 World Series. It was a fake.
I know. He's something.
At least these girls were real.
20,000. Huh? The girls must have loved him.
The whole party lasted maybe an hour. It goes quick.
Really? 20,000.
Wow. You guys did nothing.
Those girls must have hated us.
You take a bucket and throw money out the window and get the same result.
I don't think I could throw a bucket of 20,000 out that quick.
No, the girls loved you, and like I said, I've got a...
You know what we got to figure out, because we're all so cheap? We got to figure out a way for, like, E! Network to pick up the tab.
You know
what
what's
I mean?
funny? I'm sitting there thinking Charlie Sheen was probably with 3 guys. How many of you were there?
About 15.
And you probably spent $100.
There was probably about $300 spent. What is it?
Our wallet's on the phone. Dominic Barbara.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Here. On the phone, of course, Lonnie from Scores and the bloated attorney, Dominic Barbara.
While you're talking about Charlie Sheen spending $20,000, Scott got a girl to take her clothes off to dance. He had no money in his pocket. The girl looked at him and said, well, give me the money. Scott had nothing. She put her clothes back on and walked away.
Yeah, well, that's Scott the engineer. You see, that's what I'm talking about when we have a party.
You guys are horrid.
Scott the engineer, will never shell out any... I mean, here are girls dancing for him.
Clothes off.
Yeah, I mean, it's
no money.
Hey, you see, this is why I can't have a bachelor party with these guys. Hey, Scott, come in here, you cheap frog.
Surprised he didn't hand his wig over.
Yeah.
They should have taken his wig and trade.
Oh,
hey, you're dancing for Scott the engineer.
You're dancing for me. Hey, you're lucky. I'm Scott the engineer. 10% off at your next gig. I'm very famous.
I'll play your wedding.
Yeah. I'll mention your name.
No, this is why I can't have a bachelor party. You know, Scott, you're the reason why I get a bad reputation.
You know, you are the opposite of a high roller.
By the way, you're not invited.
Ask him about it when it happens.
That's fine. All right, that's fine. All right, that's fine. I got my naked girl. Screw you.
I mean, how could a girl who, for a living, and you're the one who's always complaining you don't get paid enough and you work hard, a girl comes over, takes her clothes off for you, gives you a private dance, and you can't give her a tip?
I gave her $20.
No, you ran out of money. You asked me for money yet.
Right, and then I took 20.
You have no shame going to Dominic for money.
I took 20.
Who are you, a little boy?
I took
Dad, can I have some money?
Uncle Dominic.
No, he was handing... I mean, you're a guy who makes a decent living.
He was handing out funny money. I thought he had some more. I took $20 out of my wallet and gave it to her.
Real cash?
Wow.
Real cash. It is true.
Dominic's a lawyer. He doesn't lie.
I'm sorry. Geraldo and Donald Trump will come to the party. Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, when you say definitely, it means maybe or probably not.
Yeah, like he hasn't talked to him.
Yeah, right.
And Elvis will be there, too.
But Lonnie's saying we won't need them because he's going to load us up.
We're thrilled to have Howard Stern, king of all media.
Yeah,
that's enough for us.
Give it away.
Hey, Lonnie's not a bad connection.
Yeah. We've never been treated this nicely by anyone.
Hey, we should invite like Joey Buttafuoco, but he doesn't have any money. Does he tip?
No, but that'd be great.
Hey, that'd be a goof.
But you know what? Again, you're inviting people who are going to take away from you.
Right.
Wait a minute. Even Joey Buttafuoco?
Yeah, because they don't get to see him often. These girls have already met Howard. Now,
but he's kind of wacky. He can get things going.
But don't you want to be the biggest celebrity there?
Would you think Joey Buttafuoco is a bigger celebrity than me?
Only
people want to
You insult me.
I don't.
Joey Buttafuoco was involved in a scandal.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I meant the only.
Dominic, please. You're not on duty right now.
Leave him alone. He's a good guy.
That's what I was trying to say to Gary. He's sitting there saying, hey, Buttafuoco will siphon off all the girls from you.
And I don't mind. You know what? I don't want to be the only guy there who, is sort of famous, because then they all just start hanging around me waiting for, all kinds of money.
How about letting me plan the next party? I've done pretty good in the past.
He has. What do you mean? What, you going to invite people?
I'll do all the invites and all the planning.
He's full of judges.
But who are you? But you got to
Huh?
I want you there.
I'm not.
Yeah, but the problem is, Dominic, you're going to invite people who you want to get as clients and stuff to stare at me.
No.
And Dominic shows up with his son to Fred's bachelor party. Talk about, what is that about?
Wasn't he good at the party?
No, it was weird.
Good, he didn't say anything, and he took all the girls.
Yeah, he was a good-looking kid. He got 3 girls. He siphoned off 3 girls. And what's the point of having your son there, man? And what's with you? You're a big homo. You sit there and you don't even get a lap dance.
I'm in charge of the next party. I'm dancing.
Every time Dominic comes to a party, he sits there And he, you know, every guy's getting a lap dance. Maybe it's because Dominic doesn't have a lap. I don't know. But
look forward. Where's my lap?
But he sits there, and then like he'll come up to me and he'll worry about me and stuff. And he's walking around. Like, hey, mother hen, why don't you sit down and join the fun?
He's in the kitchen making sure the food's good.
He's sitting right by the buffet.
I didn't need a thing.
Dominic monitors everything to make sure everybody else is having a good time.
Yeah, he's a facilitator.
Facilitator.
Well.
I'm planning the next party. Put me in charge, boss.
I don't know if you want him in charge of the guest list.
I don't know.
And that food's good, by the way.
Do we want to put him in charge?
No, because you know what? He's a great guy, but he doesn't know. You're looking. I know what you're looking for.
Right.
And he doesn't know those people. Nothing against you, Dominic. Howard's looking for celebrities that'll be fun.
Thank you, Dominic. Okay, very good. Listen, I got to go, guys. Lonnie?
Yes, Howard.
And Dominic put Lonnie to sleep.
Yeah. You know, I am thinking, though, what about Eric Roberts? He's a friend of the show.
Hey, why don't we get like Eric Roberts and Robin Leach has plenty of dough. And that guy knows how to spend.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill knows that. Yeah, does he have money? I don't think he's seen money in a while, Mark Hamill.
He's doing that Joker thing. He should have made some money.
Yeah, 10 cents. So he makes the same amount of money as the guy from Beavis and Butthead. You have no money.
You don't think he had points on any of those Star Wars movies?
No, I don't think so.
Points are cool.
Okay, here's who I say. Get Mark Hamill.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, I could get the two guys from my film studio. Those guys got tons of dough.
Okay. They're perfect because they have tons of dough and nobody knows them.
Yeah.
They're perfect.
The guy...
How about Chip and Donnie? Are they too...
they have no money.
No, and then you know what? And then they get real drunk and they're all over me going, I love you, Howard, man.
And they're hoarders.
You're our bro. This is the best. Jim Carrey?
He's got
and he's single.
Oh, he's too big. Nobody else.
Hey, you know who would be good? A.C. Cowlings, OJ's friend. He's pretty wild.
Yeah, 1 minute you're screaming for him to go to jail, next minute you're partying.
Well, I'll party with the dude. It don't make a difference to me.
Now he's of use to us.
Yeah, we got to load it up with some guys who have some money, and plus, you know, between the funny money that we get from Lonnie. Lonnie, how much funny money are we looking at?
How much did we go through last party?
About, I think it was $3 or $4 grand.
You're kidding.
So let's multiply that a few times.
Yeah. Now you're talking, Lonnie. Yeah, we want to look like big shots.
Again, Ralph is smiling because it means nothing out of his pocket.
Right.
Hey, Lonnie, can I save some for the next time I come there?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Ralph found a way to live like a millionaire.
Yeah.
There you go.
Going to scores.
Off Lonnie.
Right. Poor Lonnie's.
I love Lonnie.
Poor Lonnie's hide.
Who else do you know?
How about Charlie Hammond in Garden City Hotel?
Who? Charlie? Charlie doesn't have money.
No, see, that's who your party would be filled with.
Yeah. See, that's who, Dominic, you don't know how to invite.
Not the guest list.
Yeah, Dominic,
I think Garrett,
you're invited, but don't make the guest list, okay?
Maury Povich?
No, he's a square. He can't even get Connie Chung pregnant.
How about the vice president of Atlantic Records? You want him to come?
No. Wait, one of your little buddies?
He's got cash.
Yeah, I don't want him.
All right.
Believe me, he's not going to want to know you in another album. Don't get too friendly with him. Yeah. Don't put him in your Rolodex in ink.
Who's this John Menendez?
Yeah.
Are there any lesbians we could invite?
Yeah. And why don't we get some of our own girls, too? Can you do that, Lonnie?
We're going to lock the door for you, Howard. Whatever goes on,
that's our business. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You're making it real easy to attend.
Yeah. My wife just said, "Oh, that's great."
What? A locked door?
What?
I'm coming.
Yeah.
We're back again.
When do you guys want to have Fred's bachelor party?
Today.
Friday?
Yeah, Friday's the best.
Yeah, Friday's all right for me.
Because you get drunk and you don't have to worry.
I don't know if I can make it.
Friday? I'm up for Friday.
Ralph has a dental appointment.
Yeah. All right, Friday it is. Fred's bachelor party, Friday.
Yeah! We'll keep doing it till we get it right.
Right.
Could you put chalk around the blood stain?
Bring a plaque.
Because I think you should start the afternoon with a moment of silence.
Exactly. You should go around the blood
I'll get
stain.
down in the same position and then just resume the party from there.
All right, Lonnie, we'll see you then.
Okay, thank you very much, Howard.
All right, Lonnie. Thanks, Lonnie, from Scores. And Dominic, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Dominic Barber, bloated attorney.
Bachelor party.
I don't know how many times we can keep getting away with throwing Fred, a married guy, a bachelor party, but I'm up for seeing how many times we can do it.
This is a new scam of yours.
This is great. I love it.
I'm getting married in a couple of weeks. Someone else has to get hurt next time. I can't do it.
Yeah, you know, you could always just be getting engaged, Ralph, and then not getting married.
Hey, why don't you call Arnold Schwarzenegger, see if he wants to go?
Oh, no, sure.
I'm not sure.
How about Alec Baldwin?
Hey, he'll go.
Yeah. He's a man's man.
Yeah, but he's got Kim Basinger.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I guess he gets tired of that.
Get tired of anyone.
Yeah.
Billy Joel and Christy Brinkley broke up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Invite Billy.
All right, you're in charge of the guest list. Plan it strategically so it's a little more interesting. And then also even invite some girls that we know.
You mean to dance?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Load it up with girls who don't even want to be paid. They're just happy to be mentioned on the radio.
They like to dance for the sport of it.
Right. You know, like half the girls from the New Year's Eve party.
And then they'll probably even get crazier because they'll probably try to outdo the professional girls.
Right. There'll be a little competition going.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Stripper. I know exactly who to call.
Isn't it funny how, like, I'll yell at you guys all the time, but when it comes to strippers, we all think alike?
One common mind.
Yeah.
Everything comes to one.
And there's an open call to all, all interesting, wealthy people because they'll spend money, make us look good. So make your appointments to be invited.
No, if you know us and you have money,
you're in.
If you know us and you have money.
So we'll look, and you're willing to give us money.
That's 212-759-KFAX, KFAX. Fax us and tell us why you should come to the party.
Maybe you should set a minimum of some kind that they have to know that they have to bring or something.
Yeah, easily. They have to bring at least $1,500 minimum.
And if we get enough of those, and if we get enough of those, we'll just up the ante.
Right. So that'll balance out guys like Scott the engineer who sit there and go,
I'm sorry, I don't have any. Sorry, I don't have. I didn't realize the cost. I thought it was all included. I thought you stripped for free. I thought you were doing it for me. I thought you were attracted to me. I thought you were attracted to my scintillating personality. I thought you liked my personality. Oh, my wig.
Yeah, you need guys to cover for you stiffs.
Yeah, like I know Ronnie the limo driver's not a big tipper either.
No, you got Ronnie and Neil there.
Yeah.
That's dead wood.
I know. Dead weight. Yeah, Ronnie sits there like a king, makes a girl dance for him for 2 hours, then gives her a 20.
There you go.
Here you go, good girl.
And feels magnanimous.
Yeah, feels like he's done something.
I worked hard for that 20. I don't just give it up for anybody.
Ronnie's the guy, when we take him to Atlantic City, he pushes his way next to Dominic, and Dominic gives him money.
Last time, Ronnie knocked me over to get next to Dominic.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to spend anything. And hey, listen, okay, cool, but then don't come to a bachelor party where girls are expecting 40s, 50s, 60s, $80, $100 tip.
Just remember the kind of girls Ronnie used to get for you when you were throwing Super Bowl parties.
Yeah.
Those girls would come across town for a 20.
Skeevy, ugly hookers. I know. And believe me, they were happy to get it.
Vietnamese boat people.
Yeah.
We still have a picture of one of those girls on the door.
Yeah.
She looked like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
Exactly. All right, why don't we take a break now that everyone's all excited about the big bachelor party? Fred, you're not allowed to drink. You can have 2 or 3 drinks.
I ain't touching nothing.
I think that someone should be
You can have water, Fred. I can't. I'm going to be like still fresh.
Gay Rich.
You said that last time.
Jay Rich is going to be assigned to you. He's going to watch you the whole time.
Gay Rich on one side, Jackie on the other.
There you go.
Can't go wrong.
Gay Rich is bringing a variety of thongs.
Right. Hey, Gay Rich has got to bring a bunch of different thongs to get in.
Hey, you already have one girl coming.
Like those little feather things, like
the boas?
On the head, like a little headpiece, those little feather.
I hear you. Excellent.
All right. What's that?
Dice?
Dice don't have money anymore. Dice had money last year. All right, we'll be back right after these words. I was a real man yesterday.
What do you mean you were a real man?
I was riding my bicycle. I go for bike rides sometimes, do a little exercise. And since we got off the air on time, I had time to go exercise. So I'm riding, and some guy drives by me in a car with his buddy.
Yeah.
And the guy in the passenger side of the car starts yelling, "Move over!" He didn't recognize me or anything. I was all covered up, "Move over, man!" Like, the guy wasn't anywhere near me, like, move over on the road. And I just said, what a dick. So I see the guy stops at a red light. So I said, screw this, man. I'm in good shape. I ride my bike. I zoom up to the guy's window, and I say, "Hey, a-hole."
Oh, dear.
I said to him, is that what you do? You yell at people on bikes? Why don't you be a big man? Why don't you yell at people when you're out of that car? Guy was a big pussy. He took off. He He didn't get out of the car.
Did you really do that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was pissed out of my mind. He's obnoxious. I must have been crazy.
I think
Look at my ass kicked.
I did the same thing 2 weeks ago, except I was on 158th Street. I must have
but my guy had handicapped plates, so No, but really, I got really mad, and I just said, "No, wise ass." I beat his ass. I said, "You know what? I'm in the mood to beat someone's ass, even if I get beat up."
You're ready to get into a fight.
I was in the mood to fight. That hasn't happened in a long time. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Well, I'm sitting here saying to myself, do you really feel better?
Oh, I felt like a man.
Feel great when they take off.
Yeah.
They stopped. They kicked Howard.
I was a little nervous. My heart started beating real hard when the guy was looking at me.
You like the adrenaline rush.
Yeah. And I'm looking him over and going, I haven't met the guy yet who couldn't kick my ass.
I mean, what's the big deal? Get involved with these wacky people.
I don't know. I just had to say something.
Always wonder about you guys. You have to do it.
I'm running for governor, and I don't have any good war stories, so.
Speaking of running for governor, you know who, should we invite Stan Dworkin to the party on Friday?
I vote no. Stan was a real drag.
Was he?
Yeah.
I wanted to know how he performed.
Stan was fine and everything, but he just becomes part of the woodwork, and he doesn't really get into, like, lap dances and stuff, and...
He's not one of the guys.
He's not a man's man. And you know what? He's running for lieutenant governor with me. Better he keep his image protected.
See, Stan thinks he's a man of the world.
Yeah.
You know, but he lives in a different world than we do because you have this radio show. So I think...
Yeah, we're in a whole whacked out world because every time Stan comes around with us, Stan's my running mate for governor. Every time we invite Stan to, like, wacky stuff like this, he's like, oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I think he was a little awestruck.
Yeah. Don't you?
Yeah, I think he's been to strip clubs, but imagine if you're not with Howard Stern doing this, it's, one girl to 15 guys, not the other way around.
Yeah, right. He just gets a little overwhelmed by it all.
Well, he can stay home then.
Yeah, better
on the radio.
Stay home, listen to it on the radio.
He's got a business to run.
Right, that's right. That's right. He has a business.
We have no business.
Right. Our business is going to strip clubs.
Exactly.
What was I going to do here? Go to Stuttering John?
Stuttering John, yeah.
All right, let's do this now. Stuttering John, are you out on the street?
Yeah, I'm here, Howard. You hear me?
All right, find black people.
I got black people right here.
You don't have to yell, John.
Okay, I got black people right here.
Why am I yelling? Yeah.
All right. You ready for the first?
Is it black people who really aren't aware of us?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay, sir,
No, put the headphones on the sir.
Yeah, could you hear him, sir?
Yeah.
Hey, sir, how are you?
You're on the radio.
Okay.
All right. Listen, I have a question. They say, how do you feel about the O.J. Simpson case? Do you think he is guilty?
To me, I don't know. I don't think he's guilty. I don't think he's guilty.
Now, let me ask you this. I read in the paper 70% of black people feel O.J. is innocent. I think they feel he's innocent because he's black.
Well, I'm not looking at it like because he's black. I'm looking at it like, because it seems like some kind of fishy things, like.
Like what though?
Like the jumping over the fence and like without the proper way to do it,
Oh, you mean because the cops went in? Cops are allowed to go in if they have probable cause. They are allowed to go in.
Right.
I know black people don't trust police, but this is every time a black man commits a crime.
What's that got to do with whether O.J. did it or not? If they jumped a fence, they did find evidence.
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, if he did do it, why don't let the jury decide before anybody else. I can't say he did it or he didn't do it.
All right, so now
the jury decide if he did it or not, because you guys can't.
What did the Jews have to do with this?
How did the Jews get involved in this?
I didn't say Jews.
Jews. Oh, right. I thought you said Jews.
Whether he did it or not.
Oh, I see.
I said, let him have, let him.
Yeah, I'm saying. Let me tell you something.
The jury decide.
The Jewies. I know. I think you said the Jewies. All right, I hear you. But listen, what I'm saying is this: the guy had a record of abusing his wife. True?
Did you hear that call?
Did you hear the phone call? He was yelling at his wife, threatening to beat her. He had already been convicted of beating his wife. Well, he was nowhere to be found that night until later. All of a sudden, you see what I mean? There's a lot of things.
I don't have a TV and a radio, so I don't know about.
You can be on the jury.
You could be. You're one of the few people who can be on the jury. Because you don't know that much about the case.
What do you think of the death penalty if he did it?
Wait a second. The man doesn't have a TV. You don't have a TV or a radio?
No.
You're kidding me.
Where do you live?
Are you homeless?
No. I have a room. I guess I've gotten this room.
Can't you steal a TV or a radio?
Oh, stop that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. The man does not want to break the law.
Robin, please. Sometimes a man has to do what he has to do to get a TV.
Maybe he has no socket.
All right, let's hope there's a blackout somewhere and I don't know. Tom, would you give this man a radio? Please, Tom. I'm going to try and get a radio for you, sir.
No radio or a TV.
You should have a radio. Tom, give this man your radio. One of your antique radios that you collect, you bimbo.
I already gave the guy $1, Howard.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, can't you give this guy a radio? Don't we have some kind of K-Rock promotional radio?
You want me to give him one of my radios off my shelf?
Give him an antique radio. Go ahead. Go take care of that, please. Tom is one of those nuts who's in radio who has to collect antique radios.
He's so in love with radio.
Yeah, he's so in love with radio. Meanwhile, he does nothing for radio, and he's busy.
He looks at it.
Just don't know how to put him on.
He listens to radio. That's what he does in radio.
No, he watches it. He buys them and looks at them.
Yeah, he looks at radios. Tom, give him one of your antique radios. The man's been having a hard time. Be a little generous. Stop being so cheap. You're like Scott the engineer at Scores.
Howard?
Go ahead, yes.
I have some more black people here if you want.
Excellent, please. Yes, let me do the interview.
Move along.
Okay, sir, thank you very much.
More black.
Okay, ma'am.
Miss?
Hold on, miss.
I mean,
Put on
Ms.?
the radio. Hold on, wait, Howard. She just got to get the headphones on.
All right. Ms.?
Miss, do you hear what? Okay.
Ms.?
Yes.
Hello, how are you?
Okay.
And welcome to the show.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. I'm wondering, I'm taking a survey. Do you think O.J. Simpson is innocent or guilty?
No comment at this time.
Now, why is that?
Well,
You think he's innocent, don't you?
a person is innocent until proven guilty.
So you think he's innocent?
I didn't say that. I said no comment at this time.
Why at this time? At what time can I get a comment from you?
When I have seen more evidence or more information that leads my mind to believe that this man is innocent or guilty.
You know what? I think secretly, this is my guess,
Uh-huh.
you think he's innocent, but you don't want to say it. I mean, when you lay down at night, you've watched enough television to know.
Yeah, with the evidence you have right now.
You formulated an opinion. You saw the O.J. chase. You know about the fact that he beat his wife. You know they couldn't find him that night. All of a sudden, he had 3 different alibis, 3 different times. There was a whole bunch of things there, all kind of confusion.
And you have an opinion right now.
You do have an opinion.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is that I don't lay down at night because I work at night.
Oh, really?
I'm sitting up.
Oh, I see.
Other than that, in the afternoon or whenever I lay down during the day before, I don't have thoughts of O.J.
Answer something. Why do 70% of all black people think he's innocent?
I have no idea because I haven't
talked to black people?
Other black people about this incident or any other race.
Don't all black people talk to each other and get together and ask each other these questions?
I think all black people talk to everyone.
They do.
Whether they're black, white, Chinese.
None of your friends are talking about O.J.
I can't get any black people to talk to me.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. Of course.
But none of her friends are talking about O.J.?
None of your friends are talking about O.J.?
I've heard comments.
And what do they think? Innocent? The police framed him, that kind of thing?
Well, by the time they finish the conversation, there's a question in their mind because it can go either way at this point.
Do you think the police frame all black people?
Do I feel that?
Yes.
No, I don't.
All right. Thank you for your answers, and I wish there was some kind of prize, but we have no prize.
I got somebody else, Howard.
All right, thank you.
Okay, man.
Thank you, John.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Howard.
Hello, sir?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I was not informed that you were a woman.
That's all right.
Ma'am, how do you feel about this O.J. thing? Do you think he's innocent or guilty?
Well, at first I thought he was guilty, but now I don't think he did it.
You are kidding me.
No, I don't.
This is
What
amazing.
makes you think he didn't do it?
I just don't think he did it. I think there's...
Who do you think did it? Do you have an opinion on that?
Well, I used to think Cato did it. Cato Kalin. I think he did it.
Right. Now who do you
With
think?
someone else.
Right.
I don't know. I'm still a little suspicious of him.
Let me ask you something. When you look at the evidence, and I know you're not on a jury, and we've only seen bits and pieces. When you see a history of a guy, especially you're a woman, you see a history of a guy abusing a woman. Forget about black or white.
Right.
Abusive toward women. The next step is that you see on the night of the murder he has no alibi. Suddenly he was in the house, then he wasn't in the house. Then the car was there, then the car wasn't there. You find a glove with blood all over it. There were 17 cops who found this glove.
So you're
I mean, you can't say, you're never going to be able to say, hey, I saw the guy with a knife that night.
Right.
But based on all of this, why did he drive down the road with a gun to his head if he was so innocent? I mean, look at all the facts, and yet 70% of black people think he's innocent. It's got to be. It's become that black people
It's a black
think
thing.
it's a black thing. It's like it's a theory that all black criminals will be innocent in some way. True or false? Am I right?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with the color of his skin. I think
Really?
the evidence is just so overwhelming that
That
it is overwhelming. That he
so
didn't.
you're telling me?
I don't think he did it.
Really?
I mean, the introduction of this racist cop, the glove. I mean, come on.
Wait a second. Nobody's even proven that this guy's racist. It's just the defense says he's a racist.
He admitted that he's racist.
He admitted he's a racist?
He admitted that he is a racist and that he had racist feelings.
But there were 17 other cops there. How could he have gotten... And how would he have arranged all
that particular night was he thinking of taking that glove to O.J.'s house?
Yeah, I mean, how would that be?
I think it just happened. Why was he on the scene? Was he part of the team?
If I painted O.J. white, would he still be innocent?
Under the circumstances, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
It's unbelievable to me. I'm having trouble understanding this.
I don't necessarily think it's a black and white thing.
I do.
It's just the evidence.
I think a lot of black people now are starting to identify with certain criminals because they think that all the police are corrupt.
But wait a minute.
But it hasn't been proven that he's a criminal.
Yeah, he's a criminal. Trust me on that.
But if it's not a black and white thing, why is it that blacks think he's innocent and whites think he's guilty?
Because it is a black and white thing.
I don't know. I mean, this is just my opinion. I'm not basing it on race. I'm basing it on what I've heard, like everybody else.
I mean, I can't prove that you ate breakfast this morning, even though you say you did, but we could,
You're pretty suspicious.
Yeah, I'm pretty suspicious. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because I'm black, though, I ate it.
No, not because you're black. I'm just saying that the overwhelming odds are stacked against O.J., yet people want to believe this guy is innocent. And you find this now even on juries where a lot of black people sit. They don't want to convict black people. Now, why would you want O.J. back in your community? Why would you want O.J. back on the street if he is, in fact, a woman murderer?
Why would you want him to go to jail if he's not?
Oh, trust me, he's guilty. Guilty as sin.
One other thing. If he is guilty of this crime, do you think he should get the death penalty?
Yeah. I do.
Of course he should, but he won't.
I don't know.
He won't because the jury does not want to see O.J. go die.
Well, we'll see.
All right, but thanks for answering honestly.
I got another one, Howard.
Okay.
Can we start for a second? Okay, just put that on. Put that on your head there. Okay. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine.
All right, I'm doing a survey of black people today.
Right.
What do you think about the O.J. case? Innocent or guilty?
Well, there's nothing I can talk about this, but it's really something that, really happened,
Fascinating. So you're saying what?
I thought he might have some information he can't talk about.
No, you're saying you don't want to talk about it?
What I'm trying to say is, it's really something that has really happened, and there's nothing that I can talk about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nothing you can talk about. But do you have a feeling if he's innocent or guilty? I mean, when you watch it on the news, do you think he's guilty or innocent?
Well, I don't have enough time, to watch in the news, really.
Oh, you don't watch the news at all?
No, I watch news, but it's once in a while,
So you haven't seen anything about the O.J. case?
Well, I've really seen it.
Oh, you have seen it?
Yeah.
But you don't want to comment on it?
No, that's fine, but I'm trying to say, there's nothing I can talk about it,
Hey, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Africa.
Africa. Now, you're a real black man.
Yeah.
You got these black guys running around here in America acting like they're real
black people.
Fake black people. You are, in other words, when you grew up,
right.
You grew up in the jungle.
Right.
Was it a jungle?
Oh, yes.
No.
Africa's a jungle. Have you ever...
The man is now saying no, huh?
Did you ever ride an elephant?
No, I've been riding an elephant before.
Ever kill a lion?
Did you ever kill a lion in your bare feet?
No.
But then you're not a real African. You're not a real African. You are only half an African. But where did you grow up?
Well, I grew up in Africa, in Ghana.
Oh, in Ghana?
Right.
Ever shrink a head? I say, do you ever shrink heads?
He's about to today.
Come up here and shrink mine.
Come up right now.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, do you ever do any cool stuff like that?
You weren't born... Were you in a city?
Yeah, I'm in the city.
Oh, so you wore, like, shoes and stuff?
Right.
Oh, and suits and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you went to school and all that?
You went to school?
Right.
And you didn't live in a hut or anything?
You didn't go to a witch doctor?
Yeah. I mean, your mother didn't run around topless and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you come here and you see this O.J. thing. American blacks think O.J. is innocent. And I suspect the reason they do is because they think they hate the white man. You don't hate the white man so much, do you?
Oh, no, I don't have any hate. I don't hate the white man.
See, when
we're all human beings,
Sure, you come from Africa. You know where it's at.
Right.
No one enslaved you.
No, right.
So
look at that continent.
Well, you know what I'm saying. No one put him on a plantation.
They just took the whole country.
But you know how the American blacks are, right? They get very mad right away as soon as a black guy's accused of a crime. And I think O.J.'s guilty. And I don't think it because he's black. I think it because I see the evidence. I see the writing on the wall.
You have no opinion on this?
He has an opinion. I'm going to get it out of him. All right, here it is. You're on the jury right now. Based on what you know, O.J. is innocent or guilty?
That's what I'm saying. At this moment, there's nothing I can talk about,
I don't understand.
You can talk about... Are you with the FBI?
The FBI?
FBI.
No.
Are you with the police?
With the case in some way?
Are you associated with the case?
That's what I'm saying,
Were you in fact the lover of Nicole Simpson Brown?
Maybe he's one of O.J.'s lawyers.
Are you one of O.J.'s lawyers?
No.
So you admit that you are not O.J.'s lawyer? You are not Johnny Cochran? No, I'm saying, why would you be afraid to comment? Are you afraid of the American blacks attacking you because you agree with the white man?
No, I'm not afraid. But what I'm trying to say is that there's not, I don't have enough time, to watch, the telly and, so all the kids, I just, watch the telly that there's something going on, that. There's a kid.
Do you have an opinion on anything?
Yes, he does. He does. He's from Africa. It's different over there, Robin. You're an American black.
If you had to choose now, right now, guilty or not guilty, what would you say?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I can't, tell you. At this moment, that is.
Do you know what city you're in?
Yeah, I know what city, yeah.
What city is it?
You mean what city is what?
This city.
That's in New York City.
Right, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, finally an answer.
Hey, in the Tarzan movies when you guys call Tarzan Bawana? What's Bawana mean?
Bawana?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know what is Bawana.
Really? No one says Bawana?
There's no such word?
No.
You ever see Tarzan?
And Tarzan always used one word and...
Tarzan?
Huh?
Tarzan?
Tarzan. You know Tarzan?
Mike Tyson?
No.
Not Mike Tyson. No. Listen to me. Not Mike Tarzan. Tarzan, the movie where the white guy grows up in the jungle.
King of all the apes?
No. I've been watching that before.
You never saw? Oh, you got to see that. You got to hear this.
Was that banned in Africa?
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you something.
Right.
What does the word mean, Ungawa?
Ungawa?
Yeah.
Is it an African word?
Yes.
No, I don't know.
You sure you're from Africa?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm from Africa.
All right, I'm gonna play a sound and tell me if it makes you feel like running through the jungle. Here, listen to this sound. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah. Does that make you feel anything? You've never heard that sound before?
Well, since this sounds come from, the West...
yes, this is from the jungle movies, from Tarzan.
Oh.
John is dying out there.
You don't go to the movies in Africa?
No, I don't go.
You have to hear this story. This is a story about a white guy gets dumped off in Africa.
Yeah.
He grows up. He's raised by
apes.
He's raised by monkeys.
Right.
And he becomes king of all the jungle.
Right.
And all the black people listen to him. It's a real racist movie.
Oh, now you say that.
Well, I'm around this guy. To me, it's actually fantastic.
I don't think he knows what racist means.
Actually, Tarzan didn't really associate with the blacks.
No.
He was with the apes and the elephants and the lions, and whenever he made that sound, the natives ran away.
You ever wear animal skin?
Animal skin?
Yeah, like what's the most comfortable animal skin?
Like elephant or what?
Elephant?
Yeah, like elephant or...
You've worn an elephant?
No, I don't want an elephant.
Oh, I see. All right. Hey, ever use a spear gun? Have you ever...
No, I haven't used a spear gun.
Blow darts?
No. There's no this weapon that I've really used before,
Really?
Yeah.
It's very different, I guess, in Africa than I realized.
You imagine?
Yeah, I thought you guys use blow guns.
No, I don't use a blow gun.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever make a house out of mud? No, but seriously,
you're all gonna roast.
But you've read and seen about O.J., right? You know who O.J. is.
Go back to O.J. after the mud house.
Do you know who O.J. is?
Yeah.
Yeah. But why don't you tell me something based on what you read? I bet you think he's guilty because you grew up in Africa. You don't think like the American blacks, right?
Right.
See. See, I knew it.
Wait a minute, he didn't say that yet.
Yes, he did. I just put words in his mouth and he agreed.
Oh, okay. Do you know who Joel Rifkin is?
Joel Rifkin?
Rifkin.
No.
He's about as familiar to him as Tarzan.
Okay.
Hey, do any of your uncles and stuff have bones through their noses? You ever see that on TV?
No.
No one wears bones through their noses in Africa?
No.
You know anyone who lives up in a tree?
In a tree?
Yeah.
No.
Ever pay for anything with ivory?
With ivory?
Yeah.
No, I haven't paid anything with ivory.
No?
Yeah.
What about beads?
Beads? Beads?
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever bought land for beads?
No.
Did you ever have plates in your lips?
Plates of what?
Let's say big metal plates?
No.
No? I don't know if you're really African in the truest sense.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
Like, what kind of work?
What do you do for a living?
At the moment?
He's probably a student.
Yeah, I'm a student.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Like, you going to study medicine or something? I guess not. What are you studying, medicine?
No, engineering, you know.
Oh, engineering. You're never going back to Ghana, are you?
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Ever kill a rhino and just keep the horn? Ever dance under the moon naked? I'm just trying to find out about life in Africa. A lot of our listeners are very sheltered. They don't get to travel like me and you, Rob.
Obviously, you are one of them.
Yeah, well, I've traveled to deepest, darkest Africa. No, but seriously, I don't understand. Just tell me, I won't bother you much longer, but why won't you comment on OJ?
You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, I will really watch, you know, I'll be attentively, you know, to what is going on, right? You know, when I go to work, I come home late, you know, so I don't have enough time, you know, to watch telly and, you know. So I know what is going on. There's something happened, you know, about the OJ case, but you know, I've not even sat down, you know, to listen.
All right, so you don't feel knowledgeable enough.
And you haven't heard anybody else's opinion either.
Yeah, I've really heard of, you know, but.
You know what I like about Africans?
Yeah.
You're very polite.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
You know the difference, what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know the difference.
I'm talking in code now.
Right.
Right. You're very polite.
Right.
You two are on the same wavelength.
A lot of American blacks would be yelling at me by now.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's what I like about you.
Yeah.
You grew up with a different attitude toward the white man.
No.
You never saw the white man as the enemy.
No. That's what I'm saying, you know, we are human beings, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm coming from.
How old are you?
I'm now 30 years now.
30 years?
Yeah.
How many?
A student.
Still a student at 30?
Yeah.
I guess you get left back a couple of times in Africa. You want to date with Robin?
No. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Don't you want to date a real African?
What's that got to do with the topic of the day?
You circumcised?
Oh, geez.
Robin likes them natural. Hey, you ever step in giraffe crap? Have you lost any family members to snakes?
Family member was snakes?
Yeah.
No.
Have you seen the naked pictures of Robin Givens yet in Playboy?
No.
Want to see it?
It's okay.
If you come up here, I'll show them to you. You want to date with Robin? You got a girlfriend?
Excuse me?
You got a girlfriend?
Girlfriend?
Yeah.
No, I get a wife. No. So
you got a wife?
Yeah, I get a wife.
So would you like a date with Robin? Hey, did your wife carry fruit on her head? No?
No.
I've seen that in Africa. Is your wife hot? Is she back in Africa?
Yeah, she's back in Africa.
Yeah, see, a lot of these guys
they
come
all
over.
have wives in Africa.
Yeah, but you could cheat on her, right?
Excuse me?
I say you could cheat on her.
I can cheat on her?
Yeah, you can, right?
Yeah.
Are you ever bringing her to this country?
No.
No, she hasn't been here, you know.
Oh.
He's like an American guy. No.
Why would you be married?
Hey, you want to go to a bachelor party on Friday? We're having Fred's bachelor party. 30 strippers.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Okay.
All right, I'll take it. Hey, come up here so I can.
The high roller you're looking for.
Hey, John.
Yeah, I'll bring him up.
Bring him up so I can look him over.
I have a bunch of other blacks here waiting to talk to you. So
you got any Africans?
Well, I don't know. No, but I'll say the African. But you want me to just go because I have these people waiting. You want to just ask them real quickly?
All right.
You're doing a poll.
Okay, I'll do a poll, but don't lose the African.
No, you stay here. All right.
He's good for entertainment.
I want to bring you upstairs. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you a T-shirt.
Okay.
But,
there you go.
Hey, yo, Howard. But you know, the other guy's still waiting for a radio from Tom.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Tell him not to wait too long.
Good luck.
All right, here we go. Just another sir.
Hey, sir.
Yeah.
Hi. Real quick, I won't waste your time.
All right.
OJ, innocent or guilty?
Oh, guilty.
Guilty? And you're a black guy?
Yeah, I'm a black guy.
Hey, you're all right. You at least could see through the color of a man's skin.
Not really.
Of course he's guilty.
There's an accent there, too. Where are you from?
Yeah, where are you from? I bet you're not from America.
Africa, yeah, Ghana.
Ah, another African. See, the Africans are different. Right? The American blacks, they right away, they side with OJ, right?
Well, a little bit.
You're different, right?
Not really, but you know.
You don't hate the white man so much, do you?
No, not really.
White man never did anything to you?
No.
What are you, another student?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I work.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What kind of work?
Where's your wife?
Where's your wife?
Where's my wife?
Yes.
She's at home.
In Africa?
Yes.
No, right here.
Oh, you brought your wife over?
No, I met her over here.
Oh, you did?
Met her here.
Yeah.
What about your wife in Africa?
My wife in Africa? I've only one wife.
Oh, you only got one?
Yeah.
Well, good for you. You seem to be a regular guy.
I'm regular.
You're not uptight.
No, not really.
All right, thank you. Hey, you ever use an elephant's ear for a wallet?
No, I've been seeing elephant before in my life.
You ever see Tarzan?
Nope.
How come they've never seen this movie?
I don't know. Where is it safer, the jungle or New York? Exactly. All right, thank you, sir.
All right, I have a woman here who's been waiting for a while to talk to you.
No, I'd be happy to speak to her.
Hi.
Hello, miss?
Yes.
I mean, Ms.? Excuse me. You are from America?
You're doing.
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yes.
All right, now this is who I want to talk to. O.J. Simpson, innocent or guilty?
I don't care.
Oh, you care?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, honey.
No, I don't.
Bring you up here. You sound very sexy.
Well, I am.
Got a very sexy voice.
Everyone tells me that.
Yes. Well, you think he's innocent, huh?
I don't care.
What do you mean you don't care? But you must have an opinion.
No, not.
What do you mean you don't care? But you must have an opinion.
No, not really.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. How about you, sir? We have one more, and then.
Yeah. I got to take a break.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And then. Sir?
Yeah.
You're from America?
Yes.
Okay. I've been talking to a bunch of Africans. I want to talk to Americans. Do you think O.J. is innocent or guilty?
I don't think he did it.
You really don't?
No.
That's because he's black, right?
No.
Well, how could you say that after all the evidence that I've seen? The guy was nowhere to be found that night. Then suddenly he was to be found. He's running around with a gun to his own head.
There's blood all over the place.
His wife, he has a history of beating his wife senseless. He's even been convicted of it once. I mean, how can you say that other than you feel that all white cops are out to get O.J. Simpson, which is absurd?
No. I just don't think he did it.
How do you know?
Why don't you can't bring yourself to think that, huh?
I just don't think he did it.
Do you think all black guys are framed by the police?
No.
Just O.J.?
I don't think he was framed by the cops. I just don't think he did it.
If you saw evidence with O.J. with a knife in his hand and Nicole's head in his hand, would you then say he's guilty?
No, because it could have been planted in his hand.
Oh, I see. The head could have been planted in his hand?
Yeah, it could have been.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Pictures lie.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate the survey, and I tell you something, there's no convincing certain people.
My goodness.
All right, very good. I've got to take a break.
I'm gonna bring the African up.
Bring the African up. I just want to say hi, see if he's suitable for the bachelor party. Maybe I'll introduce Robin. Let Robin have her dream date.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Got a wife in Ghana.
Oh, please. She's history. What?
You got to see the gap between his teeth.
But look at
who's talking.
Look at your face, you ugly bastard. Thank you. You've got to see the gap in his teeth. What do you think? They got dentists in Africa? Racist.
Your staff.
Boy, Lee Harvey Oswald must sit in heaven and go, I wish I had been born black. No one would have ever convicted me.
I would have gotten off.
Yeah. Hey, so what, man? He was in the book depository. Don't mean he took the gun and did it.
Sir Han. Why don't they try me today?
Yeah. No one has a picture of him doing it. And if they did, it was probably sort of made up. Sure. All right. I got to take a break. My head's going to explode from America. I'm going to Ghana.
Jack Ruby was black.
Yeah. We're going to take a break. I just wanted to say, before we start the news, Robin, I want to say hi to the African guy. I was just curious to see what he looked like. There he is.
What he looked like?
Yeah.
He looked like a black guy.
No. Well, come on. What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying, what should he look like?
Well, after you talk to a guy on the over the air and you can't see him, I just want to see who this man is that I just spoke with. A 30-year-old student. Actually, I want to see if you'll go out with him.
Right.
Hey, there he is.
His name is Bimpy.
Bimpy? Hey, Bimpy, come on in. Hey, Bimpy, that's you? You bet you're Bimpy. How you doing, pal? Nice to see you. Welcome to the radio show. Put some headphones on. I'm Howard. Have you ever heard of me before?
No.
No? I'm a very famous radio guy. I'm the most famous radio guy in the world.
But he's heard of O.J., so...
Yeah, you've heard of O.J. Everyone's heard of O.J.
He's getting more coverage.
Yeah. This guy's good. You're a little nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
You are not nervous?
No.
I see. And by the way, there is Robin, the beautiful Robin. Look over there.
Robin is right there with all the bandages under her chin.
That's the one I want to set you up with, Bippy.
Unfortunately, he's married.
Bippy is a common...
Bimpy.
Oh, Bimpy is a common name in Africa?
Really, it's not a common name in Africa, you know.
What does it mean?
No, that was my father's, my father's,
Oh, you're Bimpy Jr.?
Yeah, Bimpy Jr., yeah.
Bimpy Jr. So in other words, there are many Bimpies in your family.
Yeah, we have many Bimpies in my family,
Yeah, I see. But see, that's a real African name. A lot of these guys, a lot of American blacks now are trying to give themselves some kind of name.
Right.
Like Kimba or something like this.
Kaasi.
Yeah, Bimpy.
Kaasi is my first name.
Is that right?
Kaasi's your first name?
Right.
How did I guess that?
Your Bimpy's your last name.
Yeah, Bimpy is my last name.
Oh, so you're Kaasi Bimpy.
Right.
Kaasi Bimpy.
Right.
I shouldn't be calling you Bimpy. I should be calling you Kaasi. I'll call you Bimpy anyway. It's funnier.
Right.
All right. Well, this here is Bawana.
I didn't even know Kaasi was a real African name.
This here is Bawana Jackie and Bawana Martian and Bawana John you already met. All right?
Yeah.
Listen, I'll teach you some English.
Right.
Number 1, stick 'em up.
Oh. You know that one?
Number 2, not guilty. And 3, where the white women at?
Oh.
Hey, you've never slept with a white woman, have you?
No.
Really?
No.
Yes. Not that you would. Are you against sleeping with white women?
No, I'm not against it.
No, of course not.
But you're faithful to your wife in Africa?
Excuse me?
You're faithful to your wife in Africa?
Yeah, really?
Really?
Oh.
You would not date Robin? Robin was looking for a man. She wanted a real African man.
Oh, that's good.
That's right. And I could see you're pure African. You have not been tainted by white blood. You have the full brown skin, the dark black skin.
John talking about his beautiful teeth.
Yeah, I know. Yes, he does.
What's wrong with you, John?
Yeah, John, you big goofball.
No, there's a big gap between the teeth in the front.
So?
Oh, big deal. In Africa, they don't have dentists, right? Am I correct?
And who cares about a gap?
Yeah,
you
gap.
people are crazy putting that crap in your mouth to close up gaps.
He's the African David Letterman. Right? You ever watch that guy, Letterman?
No.
No, you're no good. All right, okay.
What do you do all day, Blimpy?
Blimpy. Hey, Blimpy, what do you do all day? Seriously. In other words, you're 30 years old and you're a student. You've got to at some point leave college, go out and get a job, right?
At this moment, I work at the moment,
Oh, you do?
And I'm applying, to go to school, for my, to continue, my education, right?
Yes, I see. And you want to be an engineer?
Do you have a degree?
I have this in, that I was in back home,
Oh, you got an African degree. That's nothing. Believe me, you might as well throw that right in the garbage.
Yeah, no,
exactly. That's like a guy from Russia comes over where he's a doctor. He's a janitor in this country. You understand what I'm saying? What kind of degree did you get over there?
Well, I did mechanical engineering.
Oh, mechanical engineering. You don't know anything. Believe me, go in Africa.
Do they give you any credit over here for that?
No.
Or you have to start all over again?
You have to start all the way? You have to start from your freshman year?
I get a knowledge for, so I just, started from the very far before,
I see.
Yeah.
What did he say, Robin? No, African engineer. In this country, the engineering is different. In Africa, you build a hut, you're an engineer. Here, you got to really learn your stuff, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Be quiet, but want Jackie.
Yeah, what are you carrying on?
Jackie over there, the joker. Wait. In Africa,
right?
Because I'm just trying to learn. I've never been there.
Okay.
Now, are you from a city? What's the name of the city?
It's Accra.
Akron?
Yeah, Accra.
Accra?
Yeah, I'm from Ghana. The city is Accra. That's the
so you're Blimpy from Accra?
Yeah, from
Accra.
Accra.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Bimpy, whatever. And you need an American name. I got to give you an American name. You can't go around being Blimpy.
Okay.
Guys are going to goof on you. Do people goof on your name and everything?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, especially the American blacks, right? They make fun of you. Hey, African boy, this kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? I'm going to give you a name.
Okay.
Smiley.
Smiley.
See how you always smile?
Yeah,
Smiley. Now you are Smiley. You are no longer Blimpy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, can you put a voodoo spell on my general manager, Tom?
Voodoo what?
Voodoo. You into that at all? Like
voodoo is Haitian.
Yeah, but they're not the same thing. Shrinking heads and all that.
Yeah.
Do you know any witchcraft or anything?
Yeah, I know witchcraft. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
All right, I'm going to give you the name of someone. I want you to put a curse on them. Tom Chiusano. Can you put a curse on him?
Tom Chiusano?
Yes.
No.
You cannot do it to him?
Okay.
All right, you're afraid of his power. So like when your wife in Africa, do they have regular bras or do they wear like a bra out of coconuts? Someone told me coconuts they use sometimes to put over the breast.
They put a regular glove.
Regular bra?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now, how often do you visit your wife?
Well, I've been here just almost 2 years now, so, I'm just planning to go next year.
Oh, so you haven't seen her for 2 years?
You are about to go next year.
Yeah.
So do you think that your wife is faithful to you, or is she making it out with some Africans?
No, I'm ready for she's faithful.
Oh, you got kids over there and everything?
No, I don't have a kid at the moment.
No, she's probably running around on you.
How old is your wife?
Probably all have the same year, just about some months, different. Some months different,
What is that?
She's only a few months different in age from him.
I see. How old is Blimpy?
30.
Yeah. Oh, 30. Okay, I got you. Well, certainly we welcome you to America. You going to apply for
What has he
citizenship?
been doing for sexual gratification?
Yeah,
in his,
for 2 years. What do you do?
Absence?
Do you buy Playboy magazine and read that?
When I work, I'm not working now.
Oh, you're working now.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, when you haven't had sex now for 2 years, is that correct?
No, I've been searched for 2 years now.
Oh, you had sex?
Yeah.
You have?
With a girl or by yourself?
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? You have to take care of business. Everybody, no matter where a man grows up, Africa, America.
That's universal.
Listen, you're a young man. You have certain sexual needs. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So what do? You think about your wife and you gratify yourself?
Yeah, really, I think about her.
You think about her and then you get going? In other words...
Or do you take a woman?
Well, I don't have enough time, for
really?
For women.
Really?
Yes, I'm the nature.
So you haven't had sex for 2 years with a woman?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
No.
I don't know what he's saying. What
I don't know either.
It's again with the OJ thing. I didn't know what he was saying about that.
I think we hit a wall, is what I said. I'm saying like me, right?
Yeah.
I'm married.
Yeah.
My wife's here, but
he hasn't had sex in 2 years.
Yeah, I've been married for 20 years, so there are times I can't go with another woman, so I think about other girls, and I get under the covers at night, and I pretend that in my mind I'm with a lady, and then I...
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what
that's
Okay. Imagine if we bring Blimpy over to the Fred's Bachelor party on Friday.
The top of his head will come off.
Yeah, Blimpy, your head would explode if you saw these girls that we're going to see on Friday.
Okay.
I mean, you can go if you want.
Okay.
It's up to you, you know what I mean? But you better think about it.
Yeah.
Because you'll be cheating on your wife in 2 seconds because, you see, we can control ourselves. I don't know about you.
Oh, what are you saying? Because he's African, he can?
His shoes will come off and be swinging from a vine. It'll be unbelievable. Yeah, he'll be dancing. So you have not been back to your country in a long time, obviously.
Yeah, and I haven't been back, since I was here.
You like America. This is for you.
Yeah, I know. I can't complain about it.
Right, and the American blacks treat you okay?
And you're going to move your family over here?
No.
Yeah, really, I'm planning to do that, but it's going to take me a lot of time before.
It should take you another 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
You might have to start dating.
A long time.
Yeah. So you are, the American blacks treating you all right, or are they tough on you? Do the American blacks make fun of you, or they treat you okay?
No, it's okay.
They do? They treat you all right?
But you probably live among Africans.
Yeah, I live among Africans. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? They got like a little section there, the Africans that hang around.
Right.
That's good. Okay. Well, there he is. That's Blimpy. Bimpy, whatever. Kawana Bimpy.
Oh, Kaasi,
I got to give you a new name. Kaasi Bimpy.
Yeah.
I want to welcome you to America.
Sure.
Thank you for coming here, and thank you for being on the show. Ed John, load up Kaasi Bimpy with a whole bunch of prizes.
I got a T-shirt.
Get him some good stuff. You know what I mean? The guy's been a real sport. And,
not your video and Jackie's CD.
Yeah, show him and show him the wheel. They haven't invented that in Africa yet. If you see this, we got a round thing you can ride on.
Hit you with it.
You have fire over in Ghana, though, right? And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I watch TV sometimes. Some of these places in Africa.
What do you think an African city looks like?
I don't know, but they have no fire. Seriously. It's true. And I saw this on the public television station. You ought to start a stereo store. Kaasi Bimpy. His prices are insane. Kaasi Bimpy. Hi, this Kaasi Bimpy. We have big sales.
Prices are insane.
Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something.
Right.
This country has become great because we have an influx of various people. We are open to all people.
And all their contributions.
And that is why we're happy to see Kawana Bimpy here. Kawanza Bimpy. Whatever.
Yeah,
but I'm saying congratulations to your trip to America. Good luck with your engineering degree.
Right.
And we look forward to hearing from you and seeing how you're progressing.
Yes, when you graduate, you must come back and visit.
Yes, we want to go to the graduation. And I wonder if you'll go to your prom with your wife. That would be truly amazing. But there it is. And this is a melting pot, and we're glad to have you as part of the melting pot. That's a melting pot, not a pot. A pot is what you cook missionaries in, as Bimpy knows. But I'm saying this is a melting pot.
Right.
And I'm very honored to have you on my show, and thank you for coming to America.
Thank you, too.
May you live as long as a lion.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Wow.
Oh, that's a compliment in Africa. You don't know much about Africa.
I don't know anything about that greeting.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what is that, Sterling?
Do they do drugs in Africa?
You mean drugs?
Yeah, like smoke pot in Africa?
No.
No, it's very pure over there. Oh, shut up. Dumb question.
I'm just curious.
John's going.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, and what if the answer is yes? You're going to go over there?
Well, just maybe. Who knows?
Right.
Probably get to grow the best stuff.
You're that consumed with drugs that you have to ask Bimpy about his drug consumption? All right. Bimpy obviously is living clean. Well, good luck to you.
Right.
May you live long and prosper.
Mm-hmm.
Don't drink any bad tiger urine. That's a very big saying in Africa.
I see what you're saying.
It's true, right? They say that in Africa. How does one say goodbye in African?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, then. I'll say excuse me and leave it at that. All right, my friend Bimpy? Robin, we have to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words. I was just out there with the African guy, Bimpy, learning some African.
Did you learn?
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
Kulu de mbambam say.
Oh.
That's a saying that you say goodbye to someone. It means, may the gleam of 1,000 ostriches last in your eye. It's very beautiful. Something like that. So we got Bimpy out there eating Nathan's. Nathan's made a delivery of about 1,000 hot dogs.
Wow.
And different things out there. What do they got out there?
Well, Jackie's gone.
Yeah. He's out there eating.
He'll let you know eventually.
He just left to eat and got nervous that everyone was going to eat up everything. What do they have out there besides hot dogs?
It is a Fiesta Grande.
What do they got?
Onion rings, crinkle-cut fries, the great chicken sandwiches.
Oh, yeah?
You know, I've never had those fries. I should go out and try.
They're really and lemonade.
The crinkle-cut fries. Bring those in, Gary, for Robin. You've got to try that.
I have never had them, and you've been talking about them.
I grew up on those.
So that they now have become legend to me.
I grew up on those. They're huge. First of all, here I am doing a commercial for Nathan's. But it's... They cut them from, like real potatoes that morning, and they make them really super big, and they're really crispy. Look how crispy. Hold one up so I can see. Oh, I love that.
Oh,
look at that box.
Here's one.
Now, you see how crispy they are?
Mm.
Go ahead, let me see you eat that. Mmm.
Mmm.
Yeah. I know, that drives me nuts.
I love that.
So Bimpy's out there dining on those fries.
This guy went to heaven.
I know. And then he was carrying out his fries and hot dog. And Gary said, no, you can eat that now. We'll give you more to take with you. So we gave him, did you give him a bunch did he take for his buddies?
He's wrapping up.
He's feeding half a Ghana out there.
We're trying to figure out how to use a CD player without a receiver.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
Jackie's explaining you could plug headphones in.
Yeah, we gave him a CD player, too.
Stolen some headphones.
And, of course, you know what his first 2 CDs are.
What?
Jackie the Joke Man and Jackie the Joke Man Christmas CD.
Is that right?
Right.
Wow. He should have no problem understanding.
Wait till he hears.
Those are universal.
He's going to go, what?
Did you give him the African translation?
Roll up the reaper, man.
Yeah.
I am addicted to the onion rings, man. I cannot stop. It's really painful.
Yeah.
I have to stop. Oh, it's good.
I love that, Nathan's. Are you still eating those fries?
No, I can't, but they're delicious.
A good chicken sandwich.
Let me see that.
That's huge. Jackie, what meal is that you're eating right now?
Is that considered breakfast, lunch, between?
What is that?
It's a segue.
There's no way that's the first chicken sandwich, right?
That's a finger sandwich for him.
That's an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah.
This is my second chicken sandwich.
That's your second chicken sandwich? When did you have time to eat the first one? Did you eat it during
I walked by the Jock Lounge.
During the commercial.
Oh, wow. You woofed that down.
Did you have breakfast this morning?
No.
You don't eat breakfast before you come in?
I had a nana.
A banana?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's breakfast. Okay. So
chicken sandwich.
You can have 2 more chicken sandwiches for lunch.
I can have chicken sandwiches.
Robin, let's do the news and stick to our schedule. Let's get out of here.
How much more chicken can Jackie eat a day?
I don't know.
He loves chicken.
But I saw feathers coming out of his ass.
He's laying eggs.
He's laying eggs.
Go fuck yourself.
All right, let's do some news.
Fries off the news.
Yeah, why don't you pull those fries off the news and see if we can't do some. And I like this new schedule we're on where we get off at 10 o'clock.
Yes, it's been working out well for me too, as a matter of fact. Where did Fred run off to? Then I'll have to hold that story.
The interns.
You know where he ran off? He went to get hot dogs.
Of course. All right, there were 2 car bombs set off in London this morning. Every time it looks like Israel is going to make peace with another Arab nation, there's a rise in terrorism. So I've told you over the last several days that the King Hussein of Jordan has been here.
He's a funny-looking guy, King Hussein of Jordan.
He used to be a handsome guy.
Was he?
And then he lost all his hair.
Jeez.
And then he's a funny-looking old man.
He should get the men's hair now.
But anyway, they've been here hammering out an accord of some sort, and they've been having a couple of terrorist attacks, it seems, over in London, having to do with the Israeli embassy and some other buildings that have some kind of Jewish connection. So this time a car bomb exploded, injuring at least 14 people. Seconds after a smartly dressed woman with a Harrods shopping bag parked the car in front of the building and left. This was near the Israeli embassy yesterday. That's how that one happened.
You know, the Jews can't retaliate in Israel because that'll break up the whole peace thing. Like what they would normally do is take a plane and fly over and bomb out, you know, whatever the offending country was that they thought it was.
Yeah.
But they can't do any of that now because now they're into this peace thing.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You know, everybody seems to know where the funding for this terrorist activity comes from.
Yeah, but the Jews sit there like sitting ducks because now they have to make peace. It's like a weird thing, man. I don't know.
Is it worth it?
Would you live Would you live in a desert? Because all that Israel is this little strip of desert that nobody wanted, but suddenly everyone wants now because, well, because it's Jews, you know.
Just because it's the Jews.
It's the Jew. Everyone hates Jews. So, but if you were Jewish, would you live there? I mean, surrounded by a sea of angry Arabs who are intent on just killing off everyone? It's weird. I mean, it's just bizarre. And no one really wants this land. If that land tomorrow, if every Jew left that land tomorrow, it would go back to being what it was. A bunch of nomads crossing over it. That's what it would go back to being.
So this
weird.
is like a nomad crossing.
Yeah, it was.
Locked it up.
There used to just be people like, you know, who would like kind of pass by in their camels.
It's like when you build over a deer crossing. The deer get upset.
Well, you know what it was? After World War II and the Jews were all gassed.
Well, yeah, that's why they wanted a homeland.
So they said, okay, where are we going to put the Jews where absolutely no one will care? We got to put them on a beach, like a desert. No water. Just put them on a desert that nobody wants.
Wasn't there something biblical about this? Didn't they go back and look in the Bible or something?
Yeah. There was like somewhere around there was like a spot where maybe, I don't know where God had farted. I don't know. But I remember they had a choice. They could go to this Israel, where Israel is now, or they could have gone to Suffolk County, and they chose the desert.
I think they went both places.
Yeah, so they went. I think they went both places. So they went over there to this desert, and there was like maybe like 5 or 6 people, like some Arabs standing around hoping to cross over. No one wanted this territory. Jordan didn't want it. There was no Palestine. There was no Palestinians. There was a bunch of nomads. They said, for sure, the Jews won't cause trouble there. But here we are years later, and...
Yeah, famous last words.
You always find someone who will hate Jews no matter where you stick them. It's weird.
But the Jews feel they need a homeland simply because during that whole World War II fiasco, you know, even when they were trying to get out, nobody would take them.
Yeah, like America rejected Jews, like you're rejecting, you know, the Haitians or something like that. They said, nah, we have enough Jews.
Yeah, we looked.
Yeah, we looked. We got Einstein.
Full on Jews.
We just want our Einstein, and that's it. You know who took a lot of Jews? What the hell was I reading? There was a country that took a lot of Jews, and they really prospered. It seems like, you know, when you get the Jews, you get the Jewish scientists and all that stuff. These Jews. Oh, China.
China took Jews?
Yeah, China during World War II took a lot of Jews.
Really?
Yeah. They did, and they said fine. And, you know, you talk about the Chinese government. Some people are against it now. You know, it's a little too totalitarian, the whole thing. But they were very open to this. And
but
the
that
Jews,
wasn't the government that was there in World War II.
Yeah, but it was that sort of, I don't know, it was sort of weird. No one was really taking Jews. And so the Chinese took them in, and they really prospered, and they ended up doing a lot for the country. So now all the Jews have pretty much moved out of China. But the Chinese and the Jews, every once in a while, get together to celebrate.
Is that right?
Yeah, they do.
I didn't know that.
Now, if Castro had taken in Jews, you know, if Cuba had taken in Jews,
yes,
Cuba would be a whole different Cuba today. Whole different Cuba. They would have had some of the top, you know, scientists. It would have been unbelievable, but, you know, they were really not into Jews. So that's, you know, it's unbelievable.
So let that be a lesson, too.
Yeah, that's why China has...
Next time the Jews are looking for a place to go, open your doors.
Open your doors, you know. Let them build up the country. There's a lot of discount rice houses in China as a result.
Well, 12 hours after the car bomb at the Israeli embassy, Howard, a second car bomb exploded, injuring 3 people outside of a building housing a Jewish fundraising organization in North Finchley.
Why do you think Jews eat in Chinese restaurants all the time? It's payback.
I know the Jews love Chinese.
That's right. Why do you ever see those, have you ever seen a Jewish and Chinese parade when they celebrate?
No.
It's like these dragons in yarmulkes. You have to see it.
I want to see that.
It's a sight to behold.
When is that parade?
That parade is coming up. We're going to have our cameras there. Thank you. Thank you, Fred Norris.
Catherine Beers wasn't in court yesterday. Catherine is...
Katie Beers.
Well, she likes to be called Catherine, and I think after all she's been through, I think she should have that right.
She's the little girl who got thrown down?
She was in a little makeshift bunker built under John Esposito's home for 16 days. He abducted her and put her down there. And yesterday, he was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison.
Pedophile.
A letter from Katie, or Catherine, was read in the courtroom before the judge handed down the sentence. She said that he made me feel dirty. I didn't know what he was going to do to me. Even though now I am safe, I still worry all the time. I worry about being taken away. I worry that someone might hurt me.
You know, I want to apologize. Remember when we thought Fred had Katie Beers? Yeah. And I remember what I said. I said some mean things about Fred, and I just want to say I'm sorry.
Well, I can tell you the truth now. I had her for 2 days, and they gave her to Jeff.
Okay, he's in that network.
I'm sure apologies accepted.
She held on to her too long.
John Esposito gave a tearful speech in the courtroom yesterday.
Big baby.
I am not a monster.
No.
I am not the monster that people think I am.
What's his definition of a monster? Could you be any more monstrous than to take a young girl, throw her down in a ditch, and make her live there with you? Could you be any more monstrous than that?
In my own strange way of looking at the world at the time 2 years ago, I believed in my mind that in some way I was going to help Katie Beers for the future.
She's going to have sex with her.
That's pretty warped.
Oh, my God. What a monster. That's like O.J. coming to court and saying, look, don't think of me as a monster. You know, I never cut off her legs. The torso was still connected to the legs. All right?
So anyway, 15 years to life. Katie said in her letter that he should get as much time in jail as he possibly could. He missed having to face 25 years to life because he agreed to a plea bargain.
Plea bargain. Had the guy dead to rights. Why do they plea bargain?
Well, if there was a hope that they could prevent Katie from having to go on the stand.
I see.
Yes.
All right. Well, there you go.
Meanwhile, I see in the paper today that the mother of Ronald Goldman, the guy who was killed along with Nicole Simpson, she has filed a suit.
Good.
In court.
Who's she suing?
She's suing O.J.
Good. Well, too bad, Mrs. Goldman, because those lawyers are going to get their hands on that money before you can even see it.
And she claims that O.J. threatened to kill her son before he actually did it. Now, how she knows this, no one knows. She claims that she based her statements in the suit on information and belief.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that there's any evidence to back up her claim that O.J. threatened her son with death before he actually killed him, according to this woman. So
imagine that poor woman. What is it, Stuttering John? Quickly.
Got a guy, a Cuban, who's saying that he don't know nothing from the Jews, and he's yelling about.
Oh boy.
He doesn't owe anything to the Jews?
Yeah.
Sir, who said you owed anything to the Jews?
Excuse me?
I said, you're Cuban?
Yes, I am.
And who says you owe something to the Jews?
I never said that. Stuttering John doesn't seem to be relaying messages correctly. You mentioned in the air that Cuba... Why are you laughing? Because you're Jewish? Let me...
Cuba, I am half Jewish, but I am reciting history lessons to you, genius. Ricky,
you're the
Ricky
genius.
Ricardo.
You seem to be failing on history according to Cuba.
Ricky Ricardo Steen.
You see? You see again? You're making fun. Can you just hold on a second?
You don't know anything about history. What are your credentials?
I'm Cuban, and I know what kind of country I ran away from in 1969.
The Cubans did not take any Jews in. How are you going to dispute that?
What does that have to do with being a different Cuba if they take them?
It would have been a different Cuba.
How?
You would have had the arts. I'll explain it to you exactly. I'll explain it to you exactly. Why did you leave Cuba? Is there anything there resembling the arts, the sciences? Is there an economy that flourishes? No. Are there businessmen there? No. Tell me something.
To be guessing on something.
Oh, I'm guessing. Then why did you leave, Ricky? Why did you leave Cuba? Tell me.
Because of the political.
The political. Yes, you know why you left? It's not the political. People don't even know what's going on politically in this world. People in this country don't know what's going on politically.
Look,
people like the standard of living here. Listen to me, Ricky Ritardo.
No. You listen.
People like the standard of living here in America. You did not like the standard of living. You can't even buy a car in Cuba.
How ridiculous that sounds when you say.
Called me from a boat. Go back to Cuba and tell me all about it.
Oh man, I wish you were there. I wish a banana over the head.
Oh, I wish you were there. I'd punch you in the nose.
Hi, Robin. Listen here, Howard.
You couldn't even afford. Castro can't even afford a razor. That's why he's got that beard.
Let me speak.
Believe me, if you had some Jews there, you would have had more than red beans and conga drums.
By the way, red beans are Puerto Ricans. We eat black beans.
Yeah,
Listen to me now.
Good. Listen to me. I said the
University
following.
The reason is the best thing in computers, electronics.
So why don't you stay there?
Excuse me?
Why don't you stay there? Why do the people have no money?
What does that got to do with what I'm trying to tell you?
Why do the people have no money? Why is there no economy?
Because of the dictatorship of that ass-white.
Oh, the dictatorship. And why can't your people rebel against one guy? Because you're a bunch of coward pussies.
And I don't wish to talk about just that one I call in for.
And let me tell you another thing.
What?
What?
The statement I made, I stand by. You might have had an economy. You might have had an economy if you brought a little brain power in there, you pea brain.
Yes, there is brain power.
Yeah, brain power where?
Let me tell you something about the Hispanic
society. You can't even speak English.
The Cubans are the smartest ones.
You son of a bitch.
You know, I
don't tell me about it. Don't tell me.
Kick your ass.
I'll kick your ass, too. Hey.
What?
Mis sabios de pesca la cocina. That's what I have to say to you and your family.
Howard, come on. Let me explain, man.
You just explained yourself, and you explained yourself stupid.
No, you say you always find a way to mark people, and you don't let us mark you.
Because you are stupid.
No, because you're a
smart, I'd
you're
listen
good
to you.
at it. You got a good gift of gab. That's what it is.
A good guest of gab?
Gift.
Oh, gift.
G-I-F-T, genius.
Oh, I'm the genius, huh? What do you do for a living? Rocket science?
No, I'm an electronics major.
Yeah, sure you are.
Yes,
major, you're a student.
No, I graduated from NYU.
How old are you? You're 50 years old.
No, I'm not. I'm 34.
34 and you're a student. You're calling me a
No, I didn't say I was a student. I said I graduated from NYU. I'm a computer science major.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I am.
You're still a major. You're still in school. You're 34 years old and you're a computer science major.
That's right.
You don't think at 34 you should have graduated?
I did already 2 years ago.
Then why do you keep calling yourself a major?
Because that was my major, and I keep referring to it.
No, your major is broken English.
Oh, okay, but can you make a little? Can you use a little common sense?
All I'm saying is get a job already.
I do have a job.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I'm an electronics major. That means he steals TVs.
No, we don't.
Absolutely.
No, we don't.
Hey, let me tell you something.
I fix and repair.
All I'm saying is, you know as well as I do, a few Jews would have figured out how to make a few bucks in that sun-drenched armpit called Cuba.
No way. That's a Caribbean island that's very beautiful.
Liar.
Are you finished?
I got to take a break.
It always cracks me up that people call you to make these brilliant points.
Yeah, they're calling me. Going to argue with me, a complete idiot.
They got to make sense to you.
You don't know his that he had? I don't know my name and how to spell it. What's today, Bad English Wednesday? Everyone on our show today has had bad English. Where's Mugabe? Whatever his name was. Bimpy. Smiley. Kwanzi Bimpy. I apologize, Robin, to you. You are a lady, and you shouldn't have to hear language like that.
And I love it how you immediately resort to fisticuffs. I wish I was there because I'd kick your,
Yeah, right. Well, that's a Spanish thing. I'm part Spanish.
You're not going to kick nobody.
Yeah, I wish I was down there now. I'd kick your ass. Everyone's kicking my ass. They kick the cab. I have the kick the cab you right in your ass. All right, I got to take a break. What story are we up to?
We were talking about O.J.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I see O.J.
And he looking pretty scared.
We got to play that tape again.
I love that. I see O.J.
I see O.J. All right, let's take a break. We'll do more O.J. in a minute. Looking forward to getting off the air today. We got some good entertainment back in the office. We got videotape of Tanya Harding on her wedding night doing it with Jeff Gillooly.
The whole thing?
Yeah. Right? Isn't that what Baba Booey just said?
That's what he just said.
That's what he said.
Yeah, the whole thing, undressed and sex and the whole deal.
The whole thing.
Yeah, people you know. Yeah, people, friends.
That's what makes it good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're talking about O.J.
I seen the OJ.
No, it's I see OJ.
I see OJ.
On KMBC TV last night in Los Angeles, they reported that Jason, OJ's son,
Jason,
had a problem with one of his ex-girlfriends.
It's funny his name's Jason. You picture him with a hockey mask. Jason.
Yesterday, we reported that he had a problem with an ex-employer where he got into some kind of a fight and wound up being charged. The station said ex-girlfriend Dee Burnett moved to New York from Los Angeles to get away from Jason because he was abusive to her.
Wow. So weird the way that sort of carries on in families. You know, it's weird, too, that... No, I'm reading this, that OJ's son was, you know, into this stuff. And then, like, I read something in the paper that says the defense team probably is leaking this information because they want to distract attention, take the heat off OJ. And I was like, whoa.
But why use your son?
Yeah, would you sell your son down the river for that? And also, gee, you know, I never think of stuff like that. I mean, somebody can strategize and say, let's release this information about OJ's son. I don't believe they're that calculated. I'm sorry, I don't believe anyone's that smart.
Well, where's the information coming from?
I don't know. I think journalists dig this stuff up. You know, like, you know.
Journalists?
Yeah.
Have you ever met any of those people? LAPD sources also
Well, you don't think they're smart enough to do it?
I think they're lazy. LAPD sources also told KMBC that the day after the murders, OJ told cops that the blood found at his mansion was all his.
Yeah. Blood found at his mansion.
What is there blood doing all over your house? I don't have blood at my house.
Yeah, and people think he's innocent. I love that.
Why is there blood there?
Oh, please. I mean, that's why when we did that poll, I can't believe it, 70% of black people think he's innocent, and 30% of white people. I think those are white people who are nuts.
Simpson has already said that he cut his hand in a hotel room in Chicago, but that was the day after the murders.
Yeah. Hey, look at this.
What?
This just came across the wire. OJ's son kicked his high school shop teacher in the nuts. Now, who's releasing this?
Jackie Marlowe. That's
Jackie
from the
Marlowe?
defense team.
Jackie Marlowe.
Also in the news, New Jersey Net star Derek Coleman will not be charged with raping a woman in downtown Detroit. He's been cleared of the charges.
Wow.
And according to the papers today, he will file a civil suit against the woman who accused him of raping her. So he's now fighting back. He doesn't like the idea of being charged with rape. And so I guess he's going to sue her in the civil courts to reclaim his good name. So that's an interesting turn. You never see that one.
Yeah, I know. Hey, smart. I guess.
We'll have to see.
See how smart he is.
Now this I wanted to tell Fred. Where is he?
Here's Fred. He's putting away some carts.
Well, make sure he's listening.
Fred, are you listening to this?
Specifically for him.
Robin's got a news story that...
news for drunks.
News for drunks. Look, and we need our resident drunk.
Well, I'm all ears.
A 14-year-old Almont boy...
Hi.
On a Caribbean cruise. Now, you know they've been having some problem on those cruise ships down in the Caribbean. A lot of people coming down with Legionnaire's disease symptoms. And so when this kid died, everybody thought, well, maybe it's Legionnaire's disease. Turns out it was a drinking problem.
See, Fred?
Heyman Ronald Lucas.
Heyman? Hey, man.
Who would have been a 9th grader.
Heyman?
Fall, yes. At a Floral Park high school.
Yeah.
Drank the equivalent of 6 tumblers, about a bottle's worth of tequila.
There you go.
See, Fred could have died that night.
And rum in a 2-hour period.
That's
exactly what Fred did. In fact, Fred drank more.
But he also had rum, right?
And rum. But you were drinking tequila and beer.
Yeah, that's true. I had twice the amount of... You figure that out.
His alcohol level, Fred, was only .29.
What was yours, Fred?
I beat him by like a point.
Oh, no, he's bragging.
No, you didn't beat him by a point. You beat him by a 1/10 of a point.
A 1/10 of a point. You're right.
So you were... The kid dropped dead.
That's it.
I'm telling you, Robin, if you could have seen Fred at the bachelor party, you would have thought he was dead.
I'm sure.
They don't make kids like they used to make them.
Sorry.
They say the kid was drinking on the upper deck with a bunch of
and this kid didn't fall down.
And one adult. And then he got so drunk that they took him back to his cabin where his parents were, and he stopped breathing.
Ooh. Fred,
so what you did was very dangerous.
Well, Fred, this kid didn't even fall down like Fred did.
How much do you weigh, Fred?
185.
Okay, and you're?
6'2".
He was 5'4".
Oh, forget it.
And 195 pounds.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
See, he's got me in body weight. Usually, fat guys can absorb it.
That's what I'm saying. You were lucky.
Yeah, you really were lucky.
You could have died.
Wow. Fred doesn't know. Fred's like a child. I told you Fred's childlike. If he doesn't have
how many times am I going to have to tell him how serious this is?
If he doesn't have that wife with him, you don't know what to do.
I tell you.
He needs the V Contessa around him 24 hours a day.
I don't know what to do with him.
Save my
Can't
life.
let him out.
V Contessa Allison. Did she take on the Norris name? Oh, that's right. She's hyphenated.
She's Furman Norris. Actually, no hyphen. So I don't know.
Being royalty.
She's come up with her own term.
V Contessa Furman Norris?
V Contessa Furman Norris. That's correct. Okay. The Lady V Contessa Furman Norris.
Lady V Contessa Furman Norris.
Esquire.
No Esquire. That's too pushy.
Furman Norris is one word?
Furman Norris.
Two different words?
Oh, I see.
Lady V Contessa Furman Norris.
Okay.
Furman Norris.
As opposed to Heyman Norris.
Now, these are some articles from a while back, but I thought they were stories worth mentioning. A self-proclaimed Wicca priest would be a warlock, I suppose. We're talking witchcraft here.
Right. Can he put a curse on Tom Chiusano?
Maybe. He's been indicted in Tom's River on charges that he used his knowledge of witchcraft to have sex with teenagers.
Well, there's a good way to use it. How do you do that? Tell me about that.
According to this article, he put an ad in a newspaper that deals with witchcraft.
Okay.
And girls would respond to the ad. And then he'd get them back to his place, I guess, and he'd work his witch wonders on them, and they'd just have to have sex with him.
No kidding.
Yeah. So now he's been charged with having sexual relations with two 15-year-old girls between April and June. When the police entered his apartment, they found bunches of pictures of him and other girls. And they're continuing their investigation to try to match up the pictures with other girls.
We should invite him to Fred's bachelor party this Friday.
And the girls.
See if he can do his magic on them.
Yeah, his voodoo.
In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the director of the Harrisburg branch of the YMCA has been suspended without pay following his arrest by city police. He was charged with kidnapping a pregnant woman outside of a bar, tying her up in her apartment, photographing her, and painting her toenails.
Cute.
Apparently that's against the law.
All he did was tie her up and paint her toenails?
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that?
You can't kidnap someone.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Do you want to talk to an angry black woman?
About what?
About you and how you always think black people are guilty without,
I do not. Oh, for goodness sake.
And how Robin doesn't report truth in the news.
Oh, please. She's listening to too much WLIB.
Here we go again.
Yeah, well, listen, I don't have time for this because I have a new schedule.
Hey, you know what? They asked me to put it on, but you know what, Robin? Do me a favor, okay? Turn to page 8 in the Daily News. And do me this favor from now on. Before you report the news, read the entire
Oh, and what is it that she said wrong?
It says right here on, tell her to look at page 8. Does she buy the entire page newspaper?
Tell us, hey, listen, don't tell us what to do.
Does she ever buy the entire newspaper, or does she
No, honey. You tell me what you found.
OJ stuff.
What is it? What is inconsistent?
It says OJ's son used no knife. Okay? The Post had to recant their story. This is so typical that every time.
Oh, please! It was in the paper, but it was in a different paper.
What different? So what?
Oh, what are we supposed to read every paper? Let me tell you something, honey. You are a blight on black people, and I'll tell you why.
I'm a blight on black
you
people,
didn't.
and you're not.
Excuse me.
Tell me about all the.
Did Robin talk about the knife today?
Talk about the knife today?
Yes.
No, I did not.
Robin, you didn't just say 15 minutes ago.
No.
There was a report in the paper yesterday about OJ's son using a knife.
No, I said there was a report in the paper. I will tell you what I said if you would be quiet.
Go ahead.
I said there was a report in the paper yesterday that O.J. had a problem with an ex-employer, and there were some charges after a fight.
You said that
I did not say a knife. Yesterday I reported the knife from the story in the Post.
And here it is.
Robin, you didn't say that about the newspaper. You said on KCBS in
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm going to stop this right now if you don't listen. Now listen to me.
That's what you said.
I said listen to me, you Yenta.
From yesterday about the knife.
Listen to me. Here is the bottom line. You should be ashamed of yourself. Here you are defending a woman beater, two women beaters, O.J. and the son. You are a blight on womanhood. You are a blight on black people. You defend black people whether they're innocent or guilty. I hope A.J. Do you have a daughter? 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 Do you have a daughter?
He's not one of your regular listeners who...
Honey, let me tell you something. You Uncle Tom.
Yeah, I'm going to be your Uncle Tom, but you know
Let me tell you something.
You know what?
Let me tell you something. They're not going to... No. You have a daughter.
You're going to want me to think that you're innocent.
Do you have a daughter? Do you have a daughter? Do you have a daughter?
I don't have any children.
I pray for your children to grow up. I pray for O.J. to be released. I pray for him to take a knife to your daughter's throat and slit her throat after he beats her senseless.
Considering the fact that you two are more economically...
And I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to tell you...
And he likes white women anyway.
I am not going to tell you to move to Africa. I am moving to Africa.
I would just like to explain something to this lady.
Don't explain anything.
Not only was there the article in the New York Post yesterday that reported the use of a knife, there was a coverage of the same story on A Current Affair last night where there was a reporter also stating that there was a knife. Then I saw a report on Channel 9 about there not being a knife. That's why I would not mention the knife today.
And excuse me.
What?
Who gives a rat's ass?
I just had an answer for her.
You're right, but who gives a rat's ass if O.J.'s son used a knife or not?
He did kick the guy and beat him.
For God's sake. How ridiculous. A woman, no less. That's not a woman. That woman defending people who kick. Who did he kick? A woman, O.J.'s son, or a man?
It was a man.
Oh, a man. All right, well, that's different.
But he did have a girlfriend that he left, or she left him because she said he was abusive.
Well, there you go. Come on. How dare you? Imagine, she is not even fit to be on this planet. Oh, if I was governor. She'd be the first one to get the chamber.
Oh, you can't just execute people, Howard.
Oh, wait and see what I can do.
And in Detroit, the report out of Detroit, Howard?
Yes, Robin. Sorry. Very upsetting.
This woman who has had 7 kids by her father.
Got the gas chamber.
No. Has now been charged with child abuse.
7 kids by her father?
Yes.
Oh,
since she was 16, she has borne her own father 7 children.
How many eyes do they have between the 6 of them?
5 are in foster care, 2 are dead.
Right.
And she and her father are in jail.
Were they at least married? I don't want the children to be called bastards.
Oh, goodness. She's now 27 and her father is 54. They've been charged with child abuse for allegedly failing to feed their youngest child properly.
Do you realize she's her own child's uncle? Think about it.
She's
her own grandmother.
Mother and the grandmother and the...
She is the grandmother to herself. Hey, listen to me. Of course she was abused. Look at this woman's life. She gave birth to her father's children, and let me tell you something.
I mean, and
of course she's going to hate the children.
What in the world is going on here? The 11-month-old girl only weighs 11 pounds. And has grown only 2 inches and 5 pounds since birth. How did they let them out of the hospital?
There's no family tree there. It's just a root.
It's a gnarly root.
It's a gnarly root. Thank you, Robin. All right, we got to take a break.
She could get up to 4 years in prison.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh. I wonder if they saw O.J. All right, let me take a break. Robin, then you're going to wrap up the news because we're already off our new schedule. We're 7 minutes over our new schedule. So
we'll
please...
quickly wrap up.
Yes, right after these words. Robin.
Yes?
All right. Go ahead.
I just wanted to check with you on this latest ruling having to do with a custody case. Young mother going to school to further education so she can make more money and provide better for her family. She has a 3-year-old daughter.
Go ahead.
Well, in court, she and the father of the child, they have never been married. The child was a result of a teenage pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
She would put the child in daycare and then go to class.
Yes.
Pick her up and take her home.
Okay.
The boy, the father...
Who you calling boy? Go ahead.
Sued for custody of the child and won.
Okay.
In court yesterday because he would not put the child in daycare to be taken care of by strangers. He lives at home with his parents, and the parents, I guess, will babysit when he's not there because he's also in school.
And the parents seem to have done a really good job with him. He
oh, yeah, he was just a teenage father.
All right, a little accident. That's all. Well, you know, we don't know all the circumstances on that one. That's a hard one to call. Who knows the fitness of the mother? Who knows the fitness of the father?
Well, they didn't claim that she was unfit.
Right.
It was simply that the child would not be put in daycare.
Let me tell you how I would rule if Judge Stern was sitting there. I'd give the child up for adoption, number one. These two shouldn't even have a kid. But, okay, never mind. You can't do that. I understand it's America and everyone's into this freedom thing. I would always opt, if both were equally competent, to give the child to the mother.
Daycare 35 hours a week.
Yes. Because a child without a mother is an orphan.
So you stick to your basic rule.
That's right. If you are motherless, you are an orphan.
No, she's not motherless. She just doesn't live with her.
Well, that's the same. Thank you.
All right. Just wanted to know if your rule still held even in these circumstances.
If the mother dies and the father is alive, consider yourself an orphan. Because you might as well be one. A guy does not have the same loving ability, the same nurturing ability as a woman. And this I know to be true.
Very well.
You could watch that Dustin Hoffman movie 150 times.
Whatever. Kramer versus
Kramer. He's loving, best father in the world. It's a lot of bull.
All right. Surgeons yesterday successfully reattached the nearly severed penis of a 32-year-old man who was attacked near his home by two male assailants.
Oh, you're going to see more and more of this.
Robert Jones was out walking at 5:40 in the morning in his suburban community. This is down in McDonough, Georgia.
I know, I've been there. I lost my penis there. Piece of it, anyway.
A pickup truck pulled up beside him. Two men jumped out, grabbed him, pulled down his pants, and mutilated his penis with a knife, a pair of pliers, and a vice grip.
Oh, my God.
Then they jumped back in the truck and sped away. Could you imagine?
Neil tried to do that to Fred at the bachelor party when he was unconscious.
Fred managed to slip through his fingers and fall down some stairs.
Fred vomited on him.
The victim staggered to a nearby house where he was initially mistaken for a burglar.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Oh, what a life. Female burglar, right. Mistaken for a female burglar.
Because he broke the window of the house to get the homeowner's attention.
Oh, my God, Robin!
Oh, it's a terrible story. He's now listed in stable condition after 2 hours of surgery. The surgeons were able to sew up the severed parts of the organ.
Wow.
And doctors thought he'll do real well.
Oh, yes. That'll be great.
It was 75% severed. Oh, geez. And final story of the day, RuPaul. You know RuPaul, the cross-dressing...
Hey, I don't know RuPaul, Robin.
Cross-dressing singer, the drag queen. Well, in the new issue of The Advocate, I know there's an
Fred
article.
knows RuPaul.
And there are pictures of RuPaul as a man.
Yes, I've seen them.
Because he's now thinking he wants to be a man again. He wants to be known as a man. He's going to put out an album as a man.
I'm all for rocker lady.
He says, no, it's not the end of his drag days. He's always done drag, and he'll probably continue to do it. But he just wants to explore this side of himself for a while.
Imagine being a guy and you have to explore being a guy. Pretty wild. Very good, Robin.
So there you go.
Thank you. And that's what's happening, I suppose?
That is it.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow. We still haven't gotten our schedule down. We're not getting off at 10.
No, we're not.
But we're going to start doing that. Only a couple of days left for 1-800-52-STERN. I'm going to take that off the market very soon. If you want your own poster and you want your own videotape of the New Year's event, plus the backstage footage that has never been shown before other than this video, you better order quick. Because you know what happened with Butt Bongo Fiesta. You know what happens with Underpants Party. You knew what happened with Crucified by the FCC. They all went up in value. Imagine the poster now. once I take that off the market. 1-800-52-STERN. Other exciting show news, Jackie Platinum joke page martling. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD, it's $10. Add $3 shipping and handling, and there you have it. You also get that full-color Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464. Now, Friday night, a big night for our fans in Maryland. August 5th, 2 shows at the Annapolis Comedy Club in Annapolis, Maryland. For information and great dirty jokes, call 516-9221. Don't miss Stuttering John's band promoting his new CD that's available in record stores everywhere, playing at My Father's Place on Bell Boulevard and 48th Avenue in Queens this Saturday night, July 30th. Steve Gorilla will be there giving out Stuttering John T-shirts. Also, we have Steve the Gorilla this Thursday, July 28th, hosting the finals of the Hawaiian Tropic Beauty Contest that faces on 5th Avenue in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. And go see our good friend Dee Snider with Widowmaker playing their only show for the summer at Birch Hill in Old Bridge, New Jersey. Chance to see the great and legendary Dee Snider. And